while others carefully chose classes like warrior, mage, martial apprentice, or knight to begin their journey of survival. Jiang Kai, on the other hand, fell off a mountain and activated a one-of-a-kind hidden class, gambler. Every action Jiang Kai takes could lead to double the loot or triple the floor wiping. He possesses his first talent, double, which gives every reward or disaster a chance to be multiplied by 2. You open a chest and get 1 gold coin. Jiang Kai opens it and gets 2. You get slapped by a boss once. He takes 2 hits, then gets up laughing like he just won the lottery. But what's crazier is that this super doubling effect has a tiny chance to multiply things by 30. His second talent is a super critical hit. While a normal person's critical hit deals double damage, Jiang Kai has the ability to land a blow with 200 times the damage. Although the probability is only 0.1%, anyone who has ever played a game understands that just 1 hit is enough to send the enemy to their grave. And so, while others were still learning how to dodge roll past mobs, Jiang Kai had already soloed the first forest boss and earned the title System Breaker. Many had laughed at Jiang Kai for choosing the gambler class, but now they were the ones fetching water for him while he carried the team. That's enough of an introduction. Let's begin. Do you believe in destiny? Do you believe that fate changes with the different choices people make, leading to a variety of outcomes? Or do you believe that, regardless of the choice, all paths ultimately lead to a single, predestined end? Let's begin a journey filled with dramatic choices. The story opens with a piercing scream echoing through the air. A panicked crowd scattered in all directions, their faces contorted with absolute terror. A girl, her knees bloodied, sat collapsed on the ground, her body limp, crying silently. "Don't leave me!" But up ahead, a terrifying monster had appeared. With a powerful swing, it turned the girl into a pile of mush. The remaining people ran for their lives because that monster was too large, too horrifying. Meanwhile, they were all unarmed, with no way to fight back. A human-faced beast. "It's too scary. Don't come over here." Desperate cries rang out in the air. Suddenly, the fastest runners screeched to a halt, their faces pale, as they came face to face with a deep, dark abyss. "It's over. There's abyss ahead. There's no escape," one person screamed in panic. The monster, holding a long, sharp weapon, let out a ferocious roar. The brilliant but cold sunset behind it made the scene even more terrifying. The survivors quickly scattered, seeking cover everywhere. A blonde girl cowered behind a large rock, tears streaming down her cheeks, unable to hold them back. Her whole body trembled as she prayed frantically in her mind, "Please don't come over here. Please don't." Suddenly, the monster's distorted face, with its wide-open mouth full of sharp teeth, seemed to form a gruesome smile as it leaned down right in front of her. Their eyes met for a moment, and time seemed to freeze. The girl knew her fate. "No," she screamed, but a sharp, piercing sound rang out, accompanied by the victim's horrified shriek. The monster opened its mouth, clamped down, and bit off the upper half of her body. The horrific scene was too much for anyone to look at directly. Not far away, a young man hiding in the bushes secretly observed everything with a look of horror. He said to himself, "So this is Ghost Planet? This novice trial is way too hard." He glanced at the watch on his left wrist and muttered. "They said that after using the class change material, you just have to survive on Ghost Planet for 5 minutes to automatically complete the class change process. But here, it's hard to survive for even a minute." The Hell Level Novice mode continued relentlessly. "My name is Jiang Kai. I am currently on a planet called Ghost Planet to participate in the novice trial. Ghost Planet is a colossal celestial body that suddenly appeared outside Earth 50 years ago. Compared to it, Earth is as small as a speck of dust. Strangely, the appearance of Ghost Planet didn't cause any gravitational disasters, nor did it knock Earth off its orbit. Although humans could see it from Earth, the flora and fauna on Earth suddenly transformed into monsters called beast gods after Ghost Planet appeared. They wreaked havoc everywhere, killing countless people. The beast gods were creatures that modern science couldn't handle. Some were unimaginably huge, pushing humanity to the brink of extinction. The armies of the most technologically advanced nations were powerless against this decline. But in that moment of desperation, the survivors discovered magical teleportation circles appearing on Earth. By stepping through these teleportation formations, humanity could travel to Ghost Planet in a digitized form. Here, they realized Ghost Planet was a surreal world with vast forests, pristine coastlines, islands floating in the sky, and giant flying creatures the size of Boeing jets. On Ghost Planet, people could change into different classes, possessing stats, equipment, and upgradable skills like in a game, gaining superhuman powers. Moreover, if they leveled up to a certain point on Ghost Planet, they could bring that power back to Earth. Then, in the real world, humans would become as strong as they were on Ghost Planet, able to fight the beast gods with their own bodies, to break free from their desperate situation, to survive, and to push back the Great Extinction. Humanity was forced to seek power from Ghost Planet. The people who came to this planet one after another were collectively known as explorers. And Jiangkai had just arrived on Ghost Planet with the others, but was immediately faced with Hell Mode. The thing we ran into was a giant humanoid super beast that knew how to use weapons. And right now, before my eyes, it's crushing the last person left besides me. The young man grimaced, helplessly listening to the tragic screams of his fellow human, thinking to himself, this is bad. The only survivor left here is me. But now he had no way out. Behind him was the human-faced beast, and in front of him was a sheer cliff. The super beast approached the rock where Jiangkai was hiding, raising the sharp spear in its hand. He groaned inwardly. Did I go broke just to come to Ghost Planet only to wait for death? Memories flashed through his mind like a slow-motion film. Second brother, if you want to go to Ghost Planet, then go. Big brother and I will do our best to raise enough money for you. His younger sister, so young yet had already endured all sorts of hardships to earn money for him to come here. His older brother, despite suffering from kidney failure, still worked his fingers to the bone. If they couldn't raise enough money for his surgery in 2 months, Big Brother would. But now, not only have I not completed my class change, but I can only sit here, wasting the family's savings just waiting to die. Damn it! The super beast let out a piercing roar. The spear in its hand was thrown, its tip whistling through the air, aimed straight at Jiangkai. In that hair-raising moment, he made up his mind. It can't end like this. Power exploded from his legs. Instead of waiting to die, he decided to take a gamble. For his family, Jiangkai dashed forward with all his might. In this life-threatening situation, the adrenaline surging through his body made his thoughts and actions decisive and powerful. He spun 180 degrees, leaned back, and successfully made the spearhead only graze his right shoulder. Gambling was his only chance of survival. And so, the last survivor of the group of humans at this location chose to throw himself off the abyss, seeking life in the jaws of death. The super beast roared madly, watching its prey slip from its grasp off the cliff. But for Jiangkai, landing from this height, the chance of survival was almost zero. Just then, a mechanical voice rang out, accompanied by a flash of digitized text that appeared like a life-saving straw at just the right moment. Because your behavior closely resembles that of a gambler, congratulations. You have triggered the 1 in a million probability of receiving a hidden class. You have now successfully changed your class. Congratulations. You have become a hidden class. Gambler. At the foot of the cliff was a dense forest. Could the terrain here save Jiangkai? He lay on the ground, coughing with difficulty for a few moments. After about 5 minutes, his breathing finally stabilized. Feeling that his body was unharmed, Jiangkai shakily got up, wondering in surprise, what happened? Looking at the tear in his right sleeve, he couldn't help but wonder, why wasn't I injured after falling off the cliff? Even the previous wound has completely healed. Suddenly, the space in front of him was torn open. Something emerged from the digitized rift, accompanied by the sound of tinkling bells. A girl with long, slender legs, a delicate face, white hair, and blue eyes appeared from the void. With a gentle voice, she explained, because you successfully changed your class in time, your basic attributes were refreshed, which is equivalent to a full health revival. That's why you escaped death. Jiangkai was cautious and asked, are you the AI that coexists with Ghost Planet? The girl continued, congratulations on your successful class change. Next, I will introduce the class talents of Gambler. Talent, double. The system rewards or penalties you receive will trigger a doubling effect, and there is a 1% chance of triggering a super doubling effect. When the super doubling effect is triggered, rewards and penalties will be increased by 30 times. Because you have activated the double talent, the number of your class talents has doubled. You will receive the Gambler's second talent. Jiangkai almost jumped for joy. What? Other people only get 1 talent when they change class, but I can have 2? The girl nodded. That's right. Here are the effects and current attributes of your second talent. Talent, super critical hit. The holder's critical hit damage is modified to 200 times. Your initial critical hit rate is set to 0.1%. The system displayed the information, Explorer Jiang Kai class. Gambler, level 1. Attributes: Strength 8, Constitution 8, Agility 12, Defense 0, Spirit 12. EXP to next level, 0/1. Talents: Double, Super Critical Hit. Looking at the attribute panel, Jiang Kai became even more excited. My 4 basic stats add up to 36 points. After a normal person changes class, their total attributes are usually only around 20. Why do I have 36? The girl smiled. Because the double talent can double your attribute points. After the successful class change, the system's AI girl exclaimed in a surprised tone, "Oh my, this is possible too? This is great." Jiang Kai calculated silently, his eyes shining with excitement. If that's the case, when leveling up on Ghost Planet, a normal person gets an additional 10 attribute points per level, while I'll get double that, which is 20 points. Doesn't that mean 1 level for me is equivalent to 2 levels for others? Moreover, he also had a second talent, Super Critical Hit. A normal person's critical hit only deals double damage, but is dealt 200 times the damage, equivalent to 20,000% damage. Although his current crit rate was only 0.1%, if he could increase this rate, his future damage output would be terrifying. Jiang Kai walked to the riverbank, curiously observing the spears stuck in the water. Is this the weapon that human-faced beast just used? Previously, he had only thought about changing his class quickly on Ghost Planet to earn money for his older brother's surgery. On Ghost Planet, no matter how weak the class, the income was still a bit higher than on Earth. But he never expected to accidentally trigger a class change into a powerful hidden class, Gambler. With this power, he could quickly earn enough money to cure his older brother and even help his whole family live comfortably. However, in the novice trial, completing the class change was only the first step. More difficult challenges lay ahead. He looked at the mission notification panel that had just appeared. You have successfully changed your class. Please complete the novice mission. Arrive safely at Holy Radiant City within 7 days. Jiang Kai opened the system map and carefully examined the route ahead. The main goal was to pass the novice trial and reach the final destination of the trial area, Holy Radiant City, within 7 days. But this path was fraught with countless difficulties. The trial area was teeming with monsters. If he was killed, the trial would fail, and he would be forcibly teleported back to Earth. Although dying on Ghost Planet didn't affect one's body on Earth, and players could log back in, the price of death was not small. Logging into Ghost Planet required a huge amount of money. The rich had countless opportunities for trial and error, but for a poor person like him, one failure was the end. There was no second chance. Just then, a loud shout suddenly rang out, pulling Jiang Kai from his thoughts. The sound came from up ahead, not far away. Instead of rushing in immediately, he cautiously hid behind a corner to observe the situation. This voice, so familiar. Before him was a pack of red-eyed snakes, their bodies a brilliant red, looking incredibly menacing. They were frantically attacking a person. It was a burly young man, but right now he was cowering in fear, though his hands were still trying to fight back, protected by a yellow barrier. "Oh my God! Help! Don't come near me! I'm most afraid of snakes." He was Yuan Zhu, Jiang Kai's best friend of many years. Jiang Kai recognized him immediately. It's Zhu Zi. He's surrounded by green walking snakes. These snakes carried a deadly venom. Just one bite, and both humans and beasts would find it hard to escape death. Moreover, there are 3 of them. Jiang Kai called out loudly, "Zhu Zi, don't be afraid. I'm here." As he spoke, he grabbed the spear and charged forward at an incredible speed. Yuan Zhu turned around in surprise. "Why are you here?" But he immediately shouted, "Don't worry about me. Go quickly. These snakes have high stats and are venomous. We can't beat them at level 1. The big guy urged his friend to run while wailing, not noticing a green walking snake lunging at him. "Don't be afraid," Jiang Kai reassured him, simultaneously throwing the spear in his hand with astonishing speed. With a total of 36 attribute points at level 1, the spearhead accurately pierced through the snake's head, pinning it firmly to a tree trunk. Yuan Zhu's eyes widened in astonishment. "What? You can kill a green walking snake?" Jiang Kai rushed forward and quickly retrieved the spear, thinking, "I used Zhu Zi to draw their attention and attack the snakes from behind." It worked as expected, but now he had become a target. The 2 green walking snakes opened their mouths and lunged at him. Without slowing down, Jiang Kai responded calmly, Is that so? He propped himself up with his hands and spun skillfully, smoothly weaving through the snakes. Yuan Zhu's jaw dropped. He dodged that. Everything was within Jiang Kai's calculations. After his class change, his attributes had doubled, especially his agility, making it equivalent to a level 2 player. The level 1 green walking snakes couldn't match his speed. Zhu Zi, keep drawing their attention. Yuan Zhu coordinated seamlessly, standing on the front line. After a few sharp moves, the remaining 2 green walking snakes were also taken down. Yuan Zhu was stunned. I just drew their attention for a bit. And Kai killed them all? Is this guy my friend? Or has he been possessed? A notification from the system rings out. Killed 3 level 1 green walking snakes. Current experience, 3 out of 100. Jiang Kai is also surprised by how easy it was. I'm clearly an agility-focused class with low strength, yet I can kill level 1 monsters instantly. It seems the spear I got from the human-faced beast is a good piece of equipment, boosting my strength in the novice zone. Note, strength on the ghost planet is equivalent to attack power. Yuan Zhu runs over and gives Jiang Kai a powerful hug, nearly making him gasp for air. Legend has it that novices can only be killed by monsters. How can a novice kill monsters like this? How did you do it? Jiang Kai clutches his stomach and turns to explain. It's like this. I was lucky enough to change into a hidden class, Gambler. You can't tell anyone, okay? Yuan Zhu nods. Gambler. Although I don't know what yours is, my class isn't useless either. An attribute panel appears. Explorer. Yuan Zhu. Class. Martial Apprentice. Level. 1. Attributes. Strength 8. Constitution 8. Agility 5. Defense 0. Spirit 5. Experience. 0 out of 100. Jiang Kai looks at his friend's attribute panel. Pleased. Martial Apprentice? No wonder you could hold out for so long against the siege of 3 snakes. This is one of the top 5 classes in the Holy Radiance Nation. As for how many classes exist on the Ghost Planet, no one knows for sure. But all explorers who come to the Ghost Planet must undergo a class change. The class depends on the class change material they buy before logging in. There are countless options: assassin, mage, barbarian, knight, summoner, tamer, etc. The rich often spend tens of millions to buy powerful class change materials. They directly become classes like Martial Apprentice, Knight, or Assassin, classes with high damage output, which are extremely valuable. But poor people like Jiang Kai can only afford the cheapest materials, resulting in weak classes. The class can even be random. If they're unlucky, they might get classes like Drunken Priest or Beggar. Just one Martial Apprentice class change material costs 5 million. Zhu Zi, you didn't take out a high-interest loan, did you? Yang Kitasis. Yuan Zhu laughs. Ha, of course not. It's a long story. I'll tell you in detail when I have time. He pats Jiang Kai on the shoulder. Really? Then hurry up and collect the corpses of these snakes. This stuff can be sold for money. On the Ghost Planet, everything that can be obtained from monsters, from corpses, cores, ores, equipment to materials, can be exchanged for money. Jiang Kai also aims to make money here to repay his family. Items on the Ghost Planet, like monster corpses or equipment, turn into cards after being dropped, making them easy to collect and sell. A confirmation from a system indicates that the green walking snake corpse can be dissected for materials. From the battle just now, Jiang Kai realized that the Gambler class seems even stronger than the Martial Apprentice. Lost in thought, he is suddenly startled when Yuan Zhu detects movement nearby. From the bushes, a pair of small, pink shoes steps out. Hello, a timid voice says. Both Jiang Kai and Yuan Zhu immediately become vigilant. Who is it? The pink-haired girl cautiously approaches and introduces herself in a small voice. My name is Su Nuanyuan. It's very difficult for me to get through this trial alone. May I join your team? Hearing this, Yuan Zhu breathes a sigh of relief. It's another explorer. But Jiang Kai, with a cold expression, immediately refuses. Sorry, we can barely protect ourselves. If we bring you along, I'm afraid. Su Nuanyuan quickly runs closer, pleading with teary eyes. Please don't leave me alone. My class is doctor. I can heal everyone. She points to the snake corpse on the ground and continues. If we encounter venomous snakes like this, I can also extract the venom to increase your attack power. Please don't abandon me. Hearing this, Yuan Zhu's eyes light up. Wow, she can heal and poison at the same time? That's awesome. Jiang Kai, more rational, begins to weigh the pros and cons. Doctor is one of the high-tier classes extremely necessary in a novice trial. A place where healing abilities can save lives. A moment ago, if it weren't for the timely class change and full health recovery, I would have died instantly. The benefits outweigh the drawbacks. He nods in agreement. All right, my name is Jiang Kai, and he's Yuan Zhu. Let's reach the destination together. Su Nuanyuan is ecstatic and quickly grabs his hand. Thank you. Yuan Zhu teases from behind. Wow. Brother, did you change your mind because you're a sucker for pretty face? Jiang Kai glares at him. Shut up, or I'll hit you. At the same time, at Ghost Planet Login Base 18, Jiangzhong City, Holy Radiance Nation, Earth. In the data research room, a specialist sits in front of a computer, looking intrigued. The wristwatches these days are truly amazing. They can pinpoint an explorer's location on the ghost planet. A female voice comes from the doorway, continuing, of course. I heard that most of the watches currently on the market can collect data from the ghost planet. The more advanced the watch, the more functions it has. She turns and asks, how are the new recruits doing? And what about my little sister? Her name is Su Nuanyuan. The novice trial instructor this time, Professor Lee, frowns slightly. Instructor Su, according to the positioning from the novice trial watches, many new recruits have already been eliminated. Your sister, Su Nuanyuan, seems to have formed a team with 2 others. Su Lan, Nuanyuan's older sister, is startled. What? She's timid, so she found people to team up with. I told her over and over again that novices shouldn't form teams. Experience from those who came before shows that in the novice trial, the larger the group, the higher the chance of attracting monsters. As expected, Jiang Kai's group has now caught the attention of 2 human-faced beasts. 3 minutes later, the expressions of Professor Lee and Su Lan turn serious. Just as predicted, we've detected 2 human-faced beasts near Su Nuanyuan. Su Lan is so worried she's trembling. This is bad. 1 human-faced beast can slaughter a group of novices. Running into 2, Nuanyuan has almost no chance of survival. Although death on the ghost planet is equivalent to a game character being eliminated and causes no physical harm to the real body on Earth. The realistic experience of death on the ghost planet can cause severe psychological trauma. Some people have gone mad after returning, screaming, I saw it with my own eyes. That monster ate me piece by piece. Monster! Monster! Run! Thinking of this, Su Lan quickly turns to leave. I'm going to pick up Nuanyuan for psychological counseling. Professor Lee quickly stops her. Wait, Su Nuanyuan? She doesn't seem to be dead. Su Lan, who knows her sister well, is astonished. What did you say? Professor Lee points to the screen and continues. Not only that, but it seems the 2 human-faced beasts have been killed by them. Really? How is that possible? Their loud conversation startles the researchers present. 3 novices defeating 2 human-faced beasts is unheard of. Back to 3 minutes ago, Jiang Kai's group is being chased by 2 human-faced beasts. Both of them are crazed and bloodthirsty, roaring terrifyingly. Yuan Zhu runs and yells, Mommy, what is that thing? Su Nuanyuan pants. That seems to be a human-faced beast. Run. Jiang Kai looks back and sees his teammates falling behind and can't help but worry. This is bad. Zhu Zi and her agility aren't as high as mine. They're going to get caught. Without hesitation, he stops and shouts, Yuan Zhu, you guys go on ahead. Yuan Zhu panics. What are you doing? Run with us. Yuan Zhu yells, go. I'll stay behind. But Jiang Kai doesn't leave. He immediately gets into a defensive stance, preparing to counterattack. It's not that he wants to face 2 human-faced beasts, but in this situation, if all 3 of them keep running, they will all die. The only way is for him to stay behind and see if he can take them down. With that thought, Jiang Kai leaps high into the air. Using his body weight, he puts all his strength into thrusting the spear straight into the chest of 1 human-faced beast. Caught off guard by the sudden counterattack, the monster lets out a piercing shriek. A direct hit. Yankee smiles insteadly. But his joy is short-lived. A red-hot hand comes flying from the side. A slap like a thunderbolt sends Jiang Kai flying, causing him to crash hard into a nearby rock formation. This is not good. This human-faced beast has too much health. I still can't take it down in 1 hit. Watching the 2 writhing monsters charge towards him, Jiang Kai feels powerless. The wounds on his body are so severe that he can barely move. Damn it, am I about to be killed? Is my novice trial about to end? Su Nuanyuan, witnessing this scene, quickly covers her mouth, her eyes stinging. Zhu Zi, he's in danger. We have to go back and save him. Yuan Zhu is trembling, so scared that he has lost control of his limbs. His whole body goes limp. This, in a residential area in Jiangzhou City, Earth, inside Yuan Zhu's house, his mother is warmly receiving a guest. Ah, you must be the benefactor who gave Zhu Zi the material to become a martial apprentice. I don't know why you think so highly of my son. He may look tall and strong, but he's actually very timid. If he encounters a monster on the ghost planet, he probably won't even dare to fight. The man in the black suit slowly sips his tea and replies calmly, "That's right. Mother of Yuan Zhu, when your son faces danger, he is even more fearful than the average person. But I've seen that sometimes, no matter how scared he is, as long as he sees someone who needs help, he will rush forward without hesitation." Back on the ghost planet, Yuan Zhu, his face filled with rage, roars, "Damn it." A golden bolt of lightning flashes past Jiang Kai's face. Martial apprentice energy envelopes his body as Yuan Zhu charges forward, slamming into the two human-faced beasts. The powerful blow sends one of them tumbling to the ground. As he strikes, he asks with a trembling voice, "Did you leave me behind to protect me because I'm a coward?" Jiang Kai, struggling, doesn't know how to answer. Yuan Zhu, despite his fear, stands firm between the lines, shouting, "We are brothers. Brothers have to stick together." The words from his childhood friend, in this life-or-death situation, leave Jiang Kai stunned, his heart overflowing with emotion. Yuan Zhu roars, his feet planted firmly on the ground. "If we die together." Power quickly builds up. He unleashes a furious punch into the chest of the human-faced beast lying on the ground. The ground cracks under the terrifying force. Jiang Kai is stunned. Zhu Zi can knock down a human-faced beast with a single blow. Although the damage isn't high, this is the control power of a martial apprentice. While struggling, he feels a warm current flowing through his body. His wounds are healing at a dizzying speed. Hang in there. It's Nuanyuan. She's casting a healer skill. Su Nuanyuan, her face stained with tears, shouts, "I'm not leaving." When a doctor sees an injured patient, even if they're scared, they can't leave. That year, when my father was fighting the beast gods, he fought a hard battle and died because he lacked medical support. Now my teammates need help. Tears stream down her cheeks as she channels her energy, activating her healing skill. How can I leave everyone behind and run? Under Nuanyuan's persistence, Jiang Kai feels his wounds have healed. He stands up, a corner of his mouth curling up. "You guys really aren't afraid of death, are you? Then let's fight." But even with all three of them attacking, their damage isn't enough to take down the human-faced beast. A flash of inspiration hits Jiang Kai. He suddenly remembers. Wait, Nuanyuan said earlier that she could extract snake venom to increase the attack power of weapons. He quickly takes out the green walking snake corpse and asks loudly, "Nuanyuan, you said before that you could extract snake venom, right?" She nods hastily. "Yes, that's right." Jiang Kai continues. "Then can you heal Zhu Zi while applying snake venom to my weapon?" So Nuanyuan hesitates. "I don't know, but I'll try." With that, Su Nuanyuan maintains her healing on Yuan Zhu with one hand, while quickly activating the extract enhancement skill with the other. Watching the spearhead gradually being coated with poison, Jiang Kai clenches his fist, thinking to himself, "This is the only way. If I'm not mistaken, this method can win." Currently, he can't withstand the attacks of the human-faced beast, but Yuan Zhu, with the control of a martial apprentice, can. Although Jiang Kai's attacks aren't enough to take down the monster instantly, Nuanyuan, as a healer, can enhance his attack power. Like this, the three of us are clearly a standard combat combination. Healing damage. Enhancement complete. Jiang Kai firmly grips the poisoned spear and begins the counterattack. So what if a novice's strength is weak? As long as they cooperate well, they can make up for any shortcomings. Zuzi. With a calm expression, he gives the order to Yuan Zhu. One human-faced beast. He immediately complies. Yuan Zhu shouts, gathers his strength, and throws an uppercut, hitting the nearest human-faced beast squarely on the chin. Jiang Kai, his body as fast as lightning, leaps up and thrusts his spear down with all his might. That's right. As long as the three of us team up, each with a role, even the so-called novice butcher human-faced beast can be fought. Jiang Kai roars, his spear swinging powerfully, cutting a long gash across the monster's body. A loud boom echoes through the forest as the giant beast collapses. System notification. Killed a level 2 human-faced beast. 5 out of 100 experience. We did it. We succeeded. His comrades cheered joyfully, seeing its companion lying dead on the ground. The remaining human-faced beast trembled, letting out growls that were unclear whether from fear or rage. As for Jiang Kai's group of 3, they were now full of confidence. The team's coordination was indeed more effective than expected. Now, even if another one comes, we can defeat it perfectly. The two sides quickly charged at each other. The battle was about to end. Back in the monitoring room on Earth, Sulan was focused, her eyes glued to the screen, frowning and muttering. What? The data from the wristwatch shows they really killed 2 human-faced beasts. But just one human-faced beast could slaughter a whole group of novices. How'd the 3 of them do it? Professor Lee also shook his head, his face full of doubt. Indeed, according to the watch data, Su Nuanyuan has no killing ability. Her team only has a level 1 martial apprentice, whose damage is very weak. In that case, the one who killed the monster can only be the person in the team named Jiang Kai. But the strange thing is, we can't find any information about his class. The information displayed: Jiang Kai, gender, male, age, 18, residence, Jiangzhou City slums, class, ghost planet, unknown. Can't find his class? A novice who killed 2 human-faced beasts. And we can't find his class? Who on earth is this Jiang Kai? Back in the vast forest of the ghost planet, Jiang Kai's group of 3 collected the 2 human-faced beast corpses and lay exhausted on the ground. Su Nuanyuan let out a sigh of relief, her eyes sparkling. We did it. We succeeded. Yuan Zhu, excited by the victory, laughed loudly. I didn't expect Brother Kai to be so calm and resourceful. So cool. Su Nuanyuan suddenly sat up, her eyes wide with excitement. So, now that we have the strength to fight human-faced beasts, we can definitely reach the trial's destination safely. Yuan Zhu chimed in, his voice full of excitement. We can go straight to the destination and finish the trial. Jiang Kai, in a calm voice, said, no rush. Right now, we still have plenty of time to reach the final point, Holy Radiant City. We don't need to hurry. These words made his 2 teammates look at each other in confusion. Jiang Kai reassured them, his eyes shining brightly. Don't worry. Do you guys know that after passing the trial, we get points? If we can rank in the top 3 of the military's leaderboard, they'll reward us with equipment. I heard the military's equipment is very good and will be a great help for a novice's development on the ghost planet. Now that we have the strength to kill monsters, and killing monsters can be exchanged for points, with more points, we have a hope of getting on the leaderboard. So why don't we go hunt monsters for points, and then get the reward from the military? The sudden suggestion made the other 2 snap to attention. They had only been thinking about reaching the finish line, completely forgetting about this opportunity. A few hours later, as night fell, Yuan Zhu was sent out to tap the surroundings with a branch, making noise to lure monsters. No one was more suitable for this job than him. But Yuan Zhu was visibly worried. Is this method of yours really going to earn points? Even though I'm not scared at all, you're making me attract so many green walking snakes. Is it possible I'll die first? Jiang Kai, ambushing on a nearby branch, reassured him with a confident smile. Be brave. You're a martial apprentice. Your specialty is being able to fight and take hits. Besides, we also have Su Nuanyuan, who can heal us at any time. Just then, 3 green walking snakes charged from behind. Yuan Zhu was terrified, but Jiang Kai immediately jumped down, attacking with lightning speed, killing all 3 in one blow. He turned back and smiled. You won't die that easily, Yuan Zhu. System notification. Killed 3 level 1 green walking snakes. Current experience is 10 out of 100. According to the rules on the ghost planet, only the killer gets experience, so the team decided to let Jiang Kai monopolize the experience first. The snakes started to swarm in. Jiang Kai's figure flashed. Wherever he went, green walking snakes were instantly killed. He had thought it through. He would level up first, increase his strength, and ensure the team's safety. A day later, the system announced, congratulations, Explorer Jiang Kai. Experience has reached 100 out of 100. Level up to level 2 and activate the double effect. After leveling up, you receive double the attribute points. After killing green walking snakes for a whole day, I finally reached level 2. His 2 teammates were overjoyed. Un side instead the Yankee, congratulations. You finally leveled up. Quick, tell us, what are your attributes like after leveling up? Jiang Kai smiled faintly and replied, I got 20 attribute points for leveling up. My total attributes at level 2 are now 56. It's decent, I guess. These words were like a slap in the face to his teammates, who were so shocked their expressions almost turned to stone. Yuan Zhu almost wanted to cry. Oh my god. I only knew that leveling up could increase physical strength, agility, and spirit. A normal person only gets 10 attribute points when they level up, but you got 20. He reacted so strongly because his own total attributes were a mere 26. Su Nuanyuan, with a total of 12, was already dizzy. Jiang Kai's total attributes at level 2 were 56, almost on par with a level 4. What a terrifying strength. Jiang Kai explained calmly, "It's nothing, just a class feature. My class can double the level up rewards, but the punishments can also be doubled. Remember to keep it a secret." Su Nuanyuan came closer, clapping her hands in admiration. "Although I don't understand, I feel like this class is very powerful." Yuan Zhu kicked the corpse of a snake on the ground, muttering, "Damn it, how is it even cooler than my martial apprentice?" At this moment, above their heads, the space suddenly fluctuated. The ghost planet's AI descended again, announcing, "Players who level up to level 2 will receive 1 class skill. But because you have activated the gambler's double talent, you will receive 2 skills. The skills I get for leveling up can also be doubled, so I have 2 class skills now," Jiang Kai said with a laugh. His teammates were once again amazed, their eyes sparkling with astonishment. His skills can be doubled too? So powerful. The first class skill is Ghost Hand Card Throw. When throwing an item, it will have a 20% penetration effect. If throwing card-type items, the penetration effect increases to 200%, but the spirit consumption increases by 100%. The skill can be upgraded. The second class skill is Ghost Eye Focus. It increases vision and eye tracking ability by 50%, but the spirit consumption increases by 100%. The skill can be upgraded. Looking at these 2 skills, Jiang Kai was quite satisfied. Both are long-range skills, very suitable for my gambler class. Although he wasn't sure how to use them yet, he still felt excited. Turning back, he said to the 2 behind him with a confident voice, "All right, I'm stronger now. We can go grind experience from higher-level monsters." Su Nuanyuan immediately nodded happily, agreeing right away. Yuan Zhu also agreed, but couldn't hide his competitive spirit, muttering, "This kid is showing off again. Just you wait, I'll get stronger soon." 2 days later, in the observation room on Earth, Professor Lee smiled meaningfully at Su Lan. "Instructor Su, another 2 days have passed. I didn't expect your sister to still be alive. It seems that Jiang Kai fellow has some strength." Su Lan nodded slightly, a faint smile on her face. Suddenly, hurried footsteps were heard from outside the door. An officer rushed in, reporting loudly, "Comrades in charge of the novice zone, attention. The novice trial is in imminent danger. Please be on high alert immediately." Everyone in the room showed expressions of shock and worry. Following the officer was a dignified man. Upon seeing him, everyone immediately stood at attention and saluted. His deep voice boomed with a powerful presence. "The higher-ups have discovered that Country L has once again sent infiltrators into our country's novice zone. Moreover, this is a rare large-scale infiltration. Everyone must prepare to respond quickly." He was Wei Ying, the highest-ranking commander of the Jiangzhou Central Region. Hearing the news, Su Lan became even more anxious. "You said, a large-scale infiltration by foreigners?" Old Wei Ying sighed, his voice grave. "If it were fake, I wouldn't have come here." Su Lan's heart was in turmoil, anxiety surging. "This is bad. The infiltrators from Country L are a group that specializes in hunting and killing novices from other countries to prevent their special classes from developing. According to the rules of the Ghost Planet, high-level players cannot enter the novice trial area to help, so novices can only rely on themselves. But the infiltrators from Country L are different. Thanks to the infiltrator class feature, they can enter the novice zones of other countries without being blocked. Moreover, they use cruel methods, slaughtering novices, causing terrifying death experiences, torturing them to a slow death, or humiliating them. Their goal is to make the novices so terrified that they dare not log into the Ghost Planet again, thereby curbing the number of new players from other countries. "No, even if you kill me, I don't want to go to the Ghost Planet anymore." "Boo-hoo. Su Lan slammed her fist on the table, roaring, "Damn it! Noanyuan's tolerance is so low. Once she encounters those beasts, Wei Ying could only sigh helplessly. Prepare for psychological counseling for the novices. Their large-scale infiltration has already happened. Therefore, for this novice trial, we must be prepared for the fact that no one will survive." In the vast forest of the ghost planet, the group of 3 novices was moving to find monsters to kill. Suddenly, Jiang Kai was startled, narrowing his eyes and looking in one direction. Yuanju saw this and asked, "What's wrong over there?" Jiang Kai raised a spear, aiming at a position. "What are you doing? We just passed by there." Su Nuanyuan was also curious, her voice doubtful. "There's clearly nothing there." Jiang Kai activated Ghost Eye Focus, his voice low. "Further away, there's something." With that, he bent his body and threw the weapon in his hand with great force. The iron spear flew through the forest canopy, making a shocking boom. Jiang Kai watched intently, his eyes seemingly able to penetrate the night and all obstacles. "A hit. I'm going over to check." Watching him run off, his 2 teammates were still bewildered, not understanding what was happening. "We clearly didn't see anything. What could he have hit? He's not possessed, is he?" Yuanju worried, breaking out in a sweat, asking himself. Beside a clear stream, the moonlight sparkled on the water surface. A boar as big as a car lay motionless on the ground, pierced by the powerful spear. System notification. Explorer Jiang Kai killed a level 2 spike boar. Current experience value, 199/200. His 2 teammates caught up and were stunned by the scene. Yuanju exclaimed, "Good heavens! Do you have eagle eyes? That boar was so far away, and you saw it? And you even killed a level 2 beast." Jiang Kai walked to the beast's corpse, pulled out the spear with a strong tug, and said calmly, "It's nothing to be surprised about. It's all thanks to my new skill." The system chimed in. "Do you want to collect the spike boar's corpse and 19 spike boar spikes?" Note, the spikes can be used as weapons. Jiang Kai didn't hesitate and clicked yes. Currently, the Ghost Hand card throw skill has increased the damage of his thrown weapons, while Ghost Eye Focus has doubled his observation ability, allowing him to attack from a distance with incredible accuracy. In other words, at a long range, provided the enemy is not overwhelmingly superior, he can detect and assassinate the opponent perfectly. After collecting, Jiang Kai turned back, his voice full. "All right, I just need a little more experience to reach level 3. Let's go to the place with the most monsters we saw before." Su Nuanyuan immediately nodded, her eyes sparkling. "Okay." Yuanju, though dejected, still muttered, "I'm still at level 1. This is so unfair." Under the nearby stream, a few dark figures moved silently. Somehow they could talk underwater. One of them sneered, "Huh? Second squad leader, our luck isn't bad. I didn't expect to run into a snack as soon as we arrived." After speaking, the group immediately emerged from the water, approaching the 3 novices. Each of them had a menacing and malevolent look with no good intentions. The one in the lead smiled with delight. "So now we have new toys." Jiang Kai immediately stood in front, his eyes vigilant, and asked, "Who are you?" The group started to come ashore, drawing their sharp, cold weapons, and slowly approached. One of them smiled sinisterly. "Don't be afraid, little friends. We're not bad people. We just want to cut open your chests, hang you upside down, and let your blood dry. Or maybe we'll feed you to some beasts and let you die slowly." "Huh?" From under the water, another one emerged, continuing, "In short, our goal this time is only one." Jiang Kai was startled when he saw this person. He was wearing a bird head mask, revealing only 2 eye sockets and a mouth. A laugh echoed. "Second squad leader, infiltrator. We just want to make sure none of you Holy Radiance novices can pass the trial." Su Nuanyuan looked at her wristwatch, her expression extremely tense. "These people, I know them. They seem to be the infiltrators who specialize in killing novices." "What?" Yuanju and Jiang Kai turned around at the same time, glaring at her. Su Nuanyuan trembled, her voice cracking as she checked the scanning software on her watch. "I can also check their levels. They are all level 3 and above. Among them, the one with the highest level, that birdhead guy, is even level 5. Hearing this, Jiang Kai's heart sank. There are too many of them, and there's even a level 5 explorer. With his current total attributes, he could fight a level 4, but a level 5, unless... The man wearing the bird mask coldly ordered, "Brothers, shall we start dividing the spoils?" Jiang Kai quickly turned around, cursing inwardly. "Damn it," he shouted to his teammates. Yuanju, Nguyen, you two go as a group. We'll split up for now. Although they didn't understand his intention, the other two only had time to exclaim, "What?" before immediately following his order. The leader of the assassins smiled sinisterly, watching his prey squirm. Ha! Is this share the blessings, bear the hardships alone? Are all Holy Radiance people like this? He ordered 2 of his level 3 subordinates. You two, go kill the one who ran off alone. The other 2 will be played with by our large army. And so the chase officially began. With absolute confidence, the 2 level 3 assassins pursued Jiang Kai. They quickly caught up to him, laughing loudly as they ran. Haha, this kid runs pretty fast, but he'll be caught soon enough. Suddenly, Jiang Kai's figure disappeared from their sight. The 2 stopped, startled. They looked around frantically, but all they could see was a dark forest, with visibility of only a few meters. One of them roared, "Hey kid, you want to play hide-and-seek with us? How exciting. When we find you, the first thing we'll do is break both your legs." From the bushes, a sharp iron spear was suddenly thrown, aimed straight at the masked assassin. He noticed it and quickly raised his saber to block. This brat wants to fight back? But do I even need to pay attention to an attack from a novice? Underestimating the enemy is a great taboo in battle. The spear carried terrifying power, directly breaking the saber and piercing straight through the assassin's chest. The aftershock of the throw sent him flying back more than 10 meters, knocking down several trees in his path. The remaining one was stunned, exclaiming in horror, "Why did you go flying? What happened?" Looking in the direction of the spear, his pupils contracted. The masked man was already motionless, a wound through his heart, his life force completely gone. He's dead? How is that possible? Jiang Kai stepped out from the forest canopy, a cold smile on his face under the moonlight. 1 hit, 1 kill. Is this an infiltrator? It seems they're not as strong as I thought. In his hand were 3 sharp spikes from the back of the boar he had collected earlier. The remaining assassin's face was drained of all color. He raised his watch to check. You're a Holy Radiance novice? How could you kill a level 3? The information displayed. Level 2, Strength, 10, Constitution, 10, Agility, 20, Spirit, 20, Defense, 0, Crit Rate. Unknown, Crit Damage, unknown. The other parameters were just red exclamation marks as warnings. He trembled, his voice cracking. What? A level 3 only has 45 attribute points, but this level 2 novice has a total of 60 attribute points? How is that possible? Why not? Jiang Kai's cold voice rang out. A flash of light, and 3 spike boar spikes were thrown in an instant. The assassin only had time to utter a few sounds before collapsing, his life force gone. Lying face down on the ground, Jiang Kai smiled, silently rejoicing. Success. His current total attributes were equivalent to a level 4, enough to eliminate the level 3 assassins. Just now, he had deliberately fled to disperse the enemy's forces, creating an opportunity to take them down one by one easily. The gap between him and a level 3 was now just a little. According to his previous understanding on Earth, if he killed an explorer, the AI would appear. Notification. You have successfully eliminated an explorer. You can take the enemy's watch. Furthermore, before the explorer's body disappears, you can confirm to take the experience of the explorer you killed. 2 level 3 explorers, each equivalent to 100 experience points. How much will you take? The others will lose double that amount. Jiang Kai was overjoyed, his eyes sparkling. As expected, I can plunder experience. Moreover, the experience from killing explorers is more than from killing monsters. He immediately confirmed. Arrow, I'll take 100 points. The transfer is complete. System notification. Congratulations, player Jiang Kai, for reaching level 3. Explorer Jiang Kai class. Gambler level 3. Attributes. Strength, 12. Constitution, 16. Agility, 24. Spirit, 24. Defense, 0. Experience, 199 400. I'm finally level 3. Now his total attributes are 76, while level 5 is only around 60. Jiang Kai quickly collected the loot and weapons, his eyes determined. Now that I'm strong enough, I have to go back and save Yuan Zhu's group. As for the 2 teammates who had split off, their situation was dire. Yuan Zhu was covered in blood. And Su Nguyen was in tatters, trying her best to use healing arts to treat her teammate. An assassin sneered. A martial apprentice, a nurse. Haha, I didn't expect to meet 2 with top-tier Holy Radiance classes. You guys just slowly wear them down. Let them feel that death is the lightest punishment here. Su Nuanyuan's eyes filled with tears, her voice trembling as she asked Yuanju, being chased by 2 assassins, can we really not go back? Yuanju's eyes were determined. We definitely can. He usually likes to flirt with girls, but when it comes to battle, when his friends or family are in danger, no matter how desperate it is, he will definitely show up. The bird-masked man shouted at his subordinates. Enough playing around. This time, take them out in one go. In the darkness, a pair of bright eyes rushed forward like a whirlwind. Jiang Kai, his whole body radiating a brilliant blue energy through hidden weapons. Several of the men surrounding Yuanju's group were immediately shot down. Su Nuanyuan's eyes widened, recognizing the familiar spike bore spikes, and she exclaimed, I knew he would come back. Yuanju laughed triumphantly. The bird-masked man hurriedly searched for the source of the attack, roaring, Where is it? Is it the guy who sneaked away and came back? If you have the guts, come out and face me. While he was still trying to figure out, his subordinates were continuously taken down, falling one by one. The wind rustled through the leaves, and a terrifying silence enveloped the forest. The bird-masked man looked around vigilantly, sweat pouring down his face, his body trembling slightly. I can't see anything. I have no idea where that kid is. Could it be that Holy Radiance has a new class for novices who have just entered? Without hesitation, he turned and ran in a random direction, hoping to escape. Su Nuanyuan suddenly exclaimed, The squad leader is running away. Jiang Kai, appearing like a ghost from the dark night, coldly shouted, You dare to touch my brother and think you can run? Leave your life behind. The Ghost Hand card throw skill activated, combined with Ghost Eye Focus. The spear shot out from the dark forest canopy, its sharp tip piercing from the squad leader's back to his chest. With a tragic scream, he fell, becoming the last of the assassins to be eliminated. Only a few were left gasping on the ground. Jiang Kai walked over to his teammates, his voice calm and steady. These robbers have been dealt with. Nuanyuan, how are you? Su Nuanyuan sobbed, her eyes red. You're finally back. But Yuanju, he's seriously injured. I can't heal him anymore. Yuanju coughed, his voice weak. I knew you'd come back, but this time, I might not see you guys again. I'm going first. His burly body collapsed to the ground. Su Nuanyuan whispered, tears rolling down her cheeks. Nuanyuan, adventuring with you two is my most beautiful memory. From now on, you two have to carry my share. You must work hard to pass the trial. Brother Zhu Zi, Sunwanwan Sobith. Jiang Kai clenched his fists, his eyes burning. He grabbed a surviving assassin and threw him towards Yuanju, shouting, What are you whispering about here? Hey, I'm about to die. What are you doing? Then he reassured them in a calm voice. Calm down. You're not going to die. I deliberately left a few of them alive, only injuring them. You two kill them, get some experience to level up. That way, your health will be fully restored. Su Nuanyuan's eyes lit up as if she had just woken up. Right, on the ghost planet, you can gain experience and level up by killing explorers. Yuanju was startled for a moment, then dumbfounded. There's such a thing? So I was just being dramatic? Jiang Kai shook his head, looking helplessly at his friend. Next time, tone it down, old man. Then he laughed loudly. Huh, didn't they torture you two just now? Now we'll torture them back. How does that feel for revenge? Let them know what goes around comes around. Hearing this, his teammates all grinned slyly. Huh, Sun Wanwang winked. This isn't very nice. Jiang Kai replied jokingly. Not nice? In Holy Radiance, this is called returning a favor. It's a good tradition that we must uphold. Yuanju nodded, looking serious. Such a good tradition, I must uphold it seriously. The bald assassin, once a hunter, now the prey, screamed in despair in his heart. Ah, you demons, don't come over here. At this moment, at the Data Research Institute of the Infiltrator Management Bureau of Country L, the monitoring screen continuously displayed crimson notifications, accompanied by horrified screams. Too terrifying, too scary. Just now, a novice from Holy Radiance came and killed all of us. He was too cruel to us. My experience points were stolen, and my level was lowered. The high-ranking leader of Country L witnessed this scene, his face pale, exclaiming in horror, What's going on? How'd you guys end up like this? Could it be that a new class has appeared in Holy Radiance that can counter infiltrators? At the same time, in the Holy Radiance Nation, Professor Lee's eyebrows were tightly furrowed, his expression uneasy. This is bad. Just now, the evaluation data sent back from Nuanyuan's watch shows that her squad has definitely encountered the infiltrators. Hearing this, Su Lan jumped up, her voice trembling. What? Is Nuanyuan okay? Wei Ying slowly sipped his coffee, his voice calm and steady. No one has ever escaped the infiltrators. Let's prepare for their deaths. Professor Lee smiled faintly and shook his head. That's not what I mean. According to the data, Nuanyuan and her teammates encountered the infiltrators, but they weren't killed. Moreover, they even leveled up. What? The other two jumped in surprise. Wei Ying was so shocked, he almost dropped his coffee cup. How is that possible? They encountered them and didn't die, but even leveled up? Did the infiltrators help her kill monsters? Professor Lee immediately refuted this. No, I could barely believe that Nuanyuan leveled up once by killing monsters. But according to the data, she leveled up twice in a row. Don't you guys realize? There's only one possibility. Nuanyuan and her teammates killed the infiltrators. Wei Ying was so moved that his hand trembled, spilling his cup of water. He rushed forward, shouting, "Director, show me Nuanyuan's team's data immediately." Under the expectant gazes, Professor Lee quickly looked it up. 3 character cards appeared. Name, Jiang Kai. Level, unknown. Class, unknown. Name, Su Nuanyuan. Level, 3. Class, Doctor. Name, Yuan Zhu. Level, 3. Class, Martial Apprentice. Wei Ying was stunned, staring at the 3 of them for a while, the corners of his mouth gradually curling up. So they really reached level 3? If they didn't kill the infiltrators, they definitely couldn't have leveled up twice in such a short time. Su Lan quickly argued, her voice full of doubt. This is impossible. Nuanyuan's class can't fight, and a martial apprentice's damage in the early stages is not high. Could it be that all those infiltrators were defeated by Jiang Kai? That's ridiculous. Wei Ying smiled triumphantly. I'm sure it was Jiang Kai. But why is his class undetermined? What's going on? Professor Lee explained while looking up information. I found some news about Jiang Kai. The reason it's undetermined is because every explorer who comes to the ghost planet wears a watch to update their information. But Jiang Kai is using a first-generation watch, the oldest type. The server for this generation of watches stopped being maintained over 10 years ago, so connecting to the network is very difficult. Therefore, we can't see his information. Su Lan's eyes widened. What era is this? There's still someone using a first-generation watch. Wei Ying became more and more interested, his eyes sparkling. All right, that's interesting. Bring me all the documents about Jiang Kai. I'll find out what kind of character that kid is. Back on the ghost planet, Yuan Zhu was now full of life, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Wow, I can't believe I actually leveled up and revived with full health. I can't believe it either. Su Nuanyuan's eyes lit up as she looked at the stat panel in front of her, exclaiming, and I also got a new class skill, Earth-Shattering Stomp. Now I can knock back surrounding enemies. That's great, she continued, her voice excited. I also activated the class skill Doctor's Heart. Now my healing ability is stronger. Jiang Kai stroked his chin, nodding in satisfaction. As expected of the class skills of fighter and a healer. Very practical. Yuan Zhu, pleased with himself, pointed at himself and laughed loudly. Tell me, now that I'm 1 level higher than you, I can easily beat the infiltrators, right? Jiang Kai casually opened his attribute panel, thinking something. I'm already level 4. Look at my attributes. Yuan Zhu was stunned, his eyes wide. Damn, kid, when did you reach level 4? Weren't you just level 2? Su Nuanyuan, her eyes full of admiration, chimed in, and his total attribute points are 96, equivalent to a level 8 explorer. Jiang Kai calmly explained, just now when I was running away, I killed 2 infiltrators and reached level 3. When I got back here, I killed 5 more and reached level 4. These words made Yuan Zhu so angry he wanted to cry. Damn it, how are you even more flashy than me? I can't take it anymore. Su Nuanyuan took the opportunity to run over, her voice curious. What's our next step? Jiang Kai's lips curled, his eyes sharp. Earlier, I heard that squad leaders say they were the 2nd infiltrator squad. So next, we'll go kill the 1st squad. The other 2 exclaimed in unison, utterly shocked. We almost got wiped out. And you're already eager to find the next prey. That's the style of a true grinder. Are all poor people like this? Half a day later, in a corner of the novice forest, the first squad of infiltrators was gathered. They were laughing heartily. Ah, what bunch of losers. The second squad got wiped out by a few novices. I wouldn't have dared to dream of it. That's right. They might as well just retire. The leader of the first squad, a level 5 with a muscular build and a long scar on his left cheek, warned in a serious tone. Don't be careless. If the higher-ups have notified us, we must also be on guard. One of them sneered. Guard against what? In the novice zone, the highest is only level 5. Our whole squad is level 5. Here we kill gods and slaughter Buddhas. Not far away, the group of 3 novices was hiding in a corner, observing. Yuanju was tense, his voice trembling. No way. Are you sure you want to fight those 9 level 5 infiltrators? Su Nuanyuan was also worried, whispering, maybe we should go. This is too much. Jiang Kai reassured them, his eyes determined. Don't be afraid. With my current attributes, even if I can't kill them, protecting you two while we retreat is not a problem. Besides, if we don't kill them, they will attack the novices of our country. Instead of passive defense, it's better to strike first. With that, Jiang Kai led the charge. The 2 teammates behind him hadn't even reacted, only exclaiming, Hey! The leader of the first squad heard the noise and immediately turned around. He spotted a dark figure rushing out of the grass and reminded his teammates, Be careful, someone's here. The subordinates checked their information and sneered. Ah, I see it. It's a level 4 novice. Level 4? A novice is lucky to survive here. How could they level up? It might be the one who killed the second squad. Hearing this, the leader's smile widened. Not bad. This is a big discovery. Everyone, maintain formation, be vigilant, and pursue. Capturing him will be a great merit. Yes. The level 5 group systematically arranged their manpower, not chasing Jiang Kai. He glanced back, thinking to himself, this is bad. The infiltrators even know how to maintain formation. The original plan was for Jiang Kai to lure them, wait for Yuanju to find an opportunity to use earth-shattering stomp to knock them all back, and then he would take advantage of the opening to eliminate them. But the enemy's formation was too spread out. If Yuanju couldn't knock them all back at once, and a few of them escaped, they could get away. Even so, he still had a countermeasure. Jiang Kai deliberately slowed down. Seeing this, the enemies became more excited and chased harder. Suddenly, he turned around, determined to wipe them all out. The iron spear in his hand was enveloped in a brilliant blue energy. In a few short seconds, he burst out with speed and launched a lightning-fast counterattack. The enemy's vanguard found it strange and wondered, why did this guy turn back? He swung his saber, taking the lead. Ah, were you running, kid? Are you too tired to run anymore? The blade slashed past, leaving a cut on Jiang Kai's left arm. He gritted his teeth, ignoring the bleeding, and thought to himself, not good, still not close enough. He turned his head, feigning weakness, and continued to run. The squad leader, nicknamed Rooster Comb, was delighted. Still running. The subordinates simultaneously jumped out to block his path, roaring, block him. They gathered together, step by step falling into the trap that had been set without realizing it. Facing the encirclement, Jiang Kai didn't slow down at all. With his superior agility from his attribute stats, he dodged precisely, avoiding all attacks. The squad leader started to get impatient. What are you guys doing? We're all level 5. How can this level 4 kid avoid all our attacks? A subordinate, feeling uneasy, opened his watch to check, then shouted, Captain, something's wrong. The time was too short before, so I couldn't check his attributes. But just now I used a high-end watch to check again. I found that although his total attributes can't be clearly determined, but now I've determined that his agility is around 30 points. What? 30 points of agility? The leader of the first infiltrator squad shouted in astonishment. The blonde next to him also yelled, You must have seen it wrong. My agility isn't even 20. If he's that much higher than me, then how'd I block him? The squad leader felt a sense of foreboding, goosebumps rising all over his body. No, high-end watches are rarely wrong. If that kid is really that agile, could he be pretending so that we would chase him? With a horrified expression, he shouted with all his might, What? We've fallen into a trap. Spread out. The whole squad was startled by this sudden decision and turned to look at the enemy. In the middle, Jiang Kai stood there, his eyes cold and dark. He snorted coldly, A bunch of idiots. You finally figured it out? But now, your formation has been lured into one place by me. Want to run? It's too late. A brilliant golden flash shot up from the nearby bushes. Under the moonlight, a muscular figure could be clearly seen, hugging his knees and gathering power from midair, then hurtling straight down. A powerful stomp made the ground shake, sending dirt and rocks flying, along with the tragic cries of the infiltrators. Jiang Kai, who had already prepared poison spikes, was just waiting for this moment to strike. "Well done, Zhuzi," a sound rang out, and immediately Jiang Kai's figure flashed like lightning past those who were still suspended in midair. The ghost hand card throw skill was activated, increasing his damage. In a single breath, he eliminated all the enemies, cleaning them up completely. That was refreshing. Zhuzi, with a half-crying, half-laughing expression, exclaimed, "Oh my god, Holy Mother of Buddha! 9 level 5s were all wiped out. You're too much a freak." System notification. Explorer Jiang Kai has killed 5 level 5 poachers, plundering a total of 2,000 experience points. Explorer Jiang Kai is now the top ranked in the novice zone, promoted to the highest level of 5. Strength 20, Constitution 24, Agility 36, Spirit 36. Finally reached level 5. Mangacap. Killing people 1 level higher than me gives double the experience. So 1 level 5 gives 400 experience. Brother Kai, you're level 5? I heard that level 5 is the highest in the novice village. Oh my god, you're at the top now. It's nothing. It's just because those adventurers were high level, so the experience I got was more. Jiang Kai replied modestly. I left 4 of them with low health. You guys go and get the experience too. So what are you going to do next? Zhuzi asked. Before, to increase my combat power, I would kill monsters to get points to level up. Now, I'm the highest level here, so I'll lead you guys to hunt monsters and accumulate points. When you guys have enough points, we'll go to the final destination together. Hearing this, his 2 teammates became excited. Let's go, they cheered. It's finally our turn to kill monsters. Jiang Kai led the way, reminding them, everyone, be careful. The closer we get to the final destination, the scarier the monsters will be. We might even encounter a boss in the novice zone. We have to be careful. So Manhwa played softly. Just as she finished speaking, strange screams came from ahead. In front of them were 2 human-faced beast corpses, their mouths full of sharp teeth, their eyes white, and their bodies bright red. Their bodies were covered in wounds, as if they had been torn apart. What's this? Human-faced beast corpses? These wounds, what bit them to death? Su Nuanyuan was horrified. Jiang Kai, having activated Ghost Eye Focus, his eyes able to see through the night, observed from a distance. Just now, I saw a golden light here. It seems a metallic monster killed these 2 human-faced beasts. A metallic monster? Sunwanwang Wandif. At this moment, behind them, a creature of unknown shape was lurking. Its whole body was enveloped in a brilliant golden light, forming a golden sphere, and it silently charged forward. Zhuzi and Nuanyuan, still confused, were completely unaware. What kind of creature could kill 2 human-faced beasts? It's not targeting us, is it? The sphere of light got faster and faster, accelerating like a bullet. It tore through Su Nuanyuan's clothes, ripping 10 holes. Then it attacked from the right shoulder, passing through Zhuzi's chest. He quickly shouted, "Golden! It's a golden creature. This thing is really targeting us." The final target of the sphere of light was Jiang Kai. Its speed was like lightning. Zhuzi, clutching the bleeding wound on his left arm, shouted, "Be careful. That thing's damage is very high. You'll be bitten to death." But in front of Jiang Kai, the thing was already caught in his palm. His 2 teammates were astonished, unable to believe their eyes. What? It was so fast, yet Kai caught it with his bare hands. Jiang Kai looked at the creature in his hand, his eyes narrowing slightly. Huh, you guys think it's fast? Isn't it just a fat mouse? Squeak, 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 squeak. Translated, you bastard. Who are you calling slow and fat? Getting caught was just a moment of carelessness on my part. Seeing it so fierce, Jiang Kai thought, this mouse is still not convinced. Then I'll let you go and see. Being looked down upon, the treasure mouse erupted in a blinding golden light. You dare to look down on me? It turned into a round ball, bouncing back and forth several times to accelerate, then shot straight at Jiang Kai's face. Zhuzi held his head, worried. Why did you let go, kid? That's the thing that bit 2 human-faced beasts to death. But he didn't have to worry for long. Jiang Kai, with a calm expression, once again caught the golden mouse with one hand. Then he let it go again. It's fine. To me, it's too slow. In the novice map, I'm your daddy. Got it. With ghost eye focus and superior agility, in 1 second, the poor little mouse was slapped in the face 10 times. The speed it had always been confident in was completely crushed by this human. His teammates began to question their own existence. Is Kai that fast? He's so good. After a few minutes of catching and releasing, the little mouse finally raised a white flag in surrender. I give up. I really give up. It stopped running, completely subdued by Jiang Kai. Oh my god. Zhu Zi was amazed. You caught a pet just by your hand speed? Looking at the two human-faced beast corpses on the ground, Jiang Kai smiled confidently. I don't know if this mouse can be tamed as a pet, but picking up the corpses of two human-faced beasts is well worth it. Nguyen Yuan, Zhu Zi, you two are just a little bit of experience away from level 4. Jiang Kai continued, his eyes sparkling with determination. Each of you take one. We'll continue to find monsters to grind. We'll try to get you guys to level 5 before the trial ends. Okay. The little mouse is so cute, Su Nguyen Yuan replied, her eyes sparkling as she looked at the golden mouse, her face full of delight. Zhu Zi, on the other hand, felt a little insecure. Oh my god, compared to Kai, a martial apprentice like me is nothing. At the same time, at the edge of the novice forest, a figure quietly moved forward. Haha, I'm here. I've finally reached the end of the novice zone, Holy Radiance City. He stepped onto the stairs leading to the city gate. Inside, a group of soldiers came out. It was the novice reception squad. The leader, Xia Tao, spoke up. Congratulations on passing the trial. We're the reception squad. Welcome to officially becoming an explorer of the ghost planet. But unfortunately, someone has already taken first place before you. Still, passing the trial is no small feat. The other person pushed Xia Tao's hand away and snorted coldly. Sir, I may not be the first one here, but on what basis do you think I'm not number one? As he spoke, he released a series of monster corpse cards, including green walking snakes and treasure mice. All the reception soldiers were immediately astonished. The ranking is based on points. With so many monster corpse cards, your score must be very high. How can a novice like you kill so many monsters? The man took off his hood and sneered. Haha, nonsense. I'm the second young master of the Huang family, a future high-ranking member of the Black Tortoise Guild. Before coming to the ghost planet, I received special training. His name was Huang Wei. Xia Tao and the soldiers were even more stunned to hear this. What? The Huang family? The owners of the Black Tortoise Guild? The Black Tortoise Guild is one of the 10 great guilds. If it's a big family, then it's not surprising. Xia Tao nodded. Congratulations. Based on your points, you are not only the first place in this trial, but you might even make it into the top 10 of Holy Radiance. Huang Wei laughed loudly, full of arrogance. Today, I, Huang Wei, will leave a statement here. Taking first place in the trial is just the first step. Next, just give me time, and both the ghost planet and Earth will become the era of me, Huang Wei. As for Jiang Kai's group of 3, they were still wandering deep in the novice trial forest. Strange Yankee Mutteret Froning. We've been walking all day. Logically, the closer we get to the destination, the more monsters there should be. Why haven't we encountered any? Did this fat mouse scare them all away? He glanced at his shoulder, where the golden mouse was sleeping soundly in his hood, seemingly very fond of that spot. Su Nguyen Yuan, seeing the cute little beast, immediately defended it. How could that be? The little mouse is so cute. But just then, all 3 of them heard a terrifying roar. In front of them appeared a pack of shadowless wolves, their forepaws with claws as sharp as razors, and their fur thick. Notably, at the very back was one with white fur, its 2 front limbs emitting a brilliant blue flame. That is, the shadowless wolf king of the Holy Radiance Nation's novice zone. Zhu Zi was terrified. So there are no monsters around here, because we've entered the boss's territory. We're surrounded. I heard the Shadowless Wolf King is the strongest creature, never defeated in the novice zone. Encountering it means certain death. Su Nguyen Yuan was worried. What do we do now? Zhu Zi's question made Jiang Kai unconsciously clench his fists. The wolf pack is too large, and they've surrounded us tightly. I could escape alone, but Zhu Zi and Wan can't. then the only way is to fight to the death. With that thought, he shouted loudly, waking his two teammates. Zhu Nuanyuan, we can't run. The only way to break the encirclement is to kill the Wolf King. Let's work together to kill the Wolf King. The two replied in unison, without any hesitation. Zhu activated his skill, his whole body erupting with martial apprentice energy. He shot into the air, becoming a piercing arrow. He crashed down into the middle of the wolf pack, his stomp making the ground shake. Well done, Zhu, Yankee praised. Wan, take this opportunity to add green walking snake venom to my weapon. Jiang Kai activated Ghost Eye Focus, then unleashed Ghost Hand Card Throw. The hidden weapons flew straight towards the shadowless Wolf King's head. But as soon as they touched its flesh, they were all deflected. The three of them were stunned, desperate. What? We can't penetrate the Wolf King's defense. The beast roared in anger, mobilizing 7 other wolves. Receiving the order, they immediately pounced on the 3 of them, their eyes flashing with ferocity. Su Nuanyuan stammered in fear. No, not good. The Wolf King is commanding the pack to launch an all-out attack. Zhu, protecting her with one hand and brandishing his weapon with the other, shouted, attacking the Wolf King together has no effect. Is there any other way? Jiang Kai fought hard to kill the scattered wolves around them, his mind racing to think of a countermeasure. The Wolf King's defense is too strong. I can't break through it. Now the wolf pack is swarming us, and I can't kill them all. The commotion of the battle woke the fat mouse from its sound sleep. It was extremely annoyed at being disturbed and directed all its anger at the wolves. The wolves, still unaware, continued to focus on surrounding Jiang Kai. In a rage from being woken up, the treasure mouse exploded. A brilliant golden flash shot out from behind Jiang Kai's neck. Opening its mouth full of sharp teeth, it let out a series of frantic squeaks and charged straight at the shadowless Wolf King, tearing a hole near its neck. The wolf howled in pain. Jiang Kai was stunned, his eyes lighting up. This mouse can tear the Wolf King's skin. Activating Ghost Eye Focus, he could clearly see a small tear about the size of 2 knuckles on the wolf's body. Great! The Wolf King's defense was too high before, so my attack failed. But now that its skin is torn, as long as I attack that wound, the Wolf King's defense will be useless. A spike left his hand, whistling through the air, and accurately embedded itself in the small tear on the Wolf King's neck, making it roar in pain. The treasure mouse, after landing safely, nimbly dodged the counterattack. Seeing that it was effective, Jiang Kai gathered his strength, drew a few more spikes, and charged forward. Now I just need to continue using Ghost Eye Focus to accurately attack the wound, and I will definitely succeed. But just then, something unexpected happened. With a crit rate of only 0.1%, a spike triggered a 200x critical hit effect. The Wolf King's wound was torn open by a terrifying force, nearly knocking its head off. It only had time to let out one last howl before collapsing. What? I killed the shadowless Wolf King in one hit, his teammates exclaimed in astonishment. Even Jiang Kai himself didn't expect this result. A notification from the system. Congratulations, Explorer Jiang Kai, for defeating the Novice Zone's shadowless Wolf King. Yankee loghead loudly. I was planning for a long fight, but I didn't expect to trigger a 200x critical hit and take it down instantly. Well, it's been a while since I got a critical hit, so getting one now is normal. Seeing the wolf pack start to scatter, Zhu exclaimed, Look, the wolf pack seems to want to run. I must give the order immediately. Zhu, Nuanyuan, can you still fight? Of course we can, they replied in unison. Then let's go. Wipe them out. Now that the Wolf King isn't commanding them, this pack of wolves is like fish on a chopping block. The team of 3 quickly swept through the leaderless wolf pack. With the seamless coordination they had built up from the beginning, the wolves couldn't trouble them. Sun Wanwan healed Zhu. Zhu stood in front, suppressing the crowd to protect the healer, and Jiang Kai was the main attacker of the team. Haha, it's done. Yankee loghead heartily. I can't believe we managed to deal with this tough novice zone boss. We're amazing. Turning to his 2 teammates, he said, Just now I left a lot of shadowless wolves with low health. You guys go and get some points. Okay, so what do we do next? Zhu asked. A few hours later, at the destination of the novice trial, the hustle and bustle of the Holy Radiance Nation overwhelmed Zhu. Is this the Holy Radiance Nation's territory on the ghost planet? It's so magnificent, Nuanyuan exclaimed, her eyes sparkling. Jiang Kai, this place is so grand. Jiang Kai smiled faintly and nodded. Of course. Jiang Kai replied calmly, "It's fine. That's its freedom. If we're fated, we'll meet again." In the main hall of the novice reception point, the atmosphere was lively with dozens of explorers gathered. Xia Tao, the person in charge of guiding them, approached the group of 3 to welcome them. "Congratulations on passing the trial. I am Xia Tao, the guide for novices. Currently, all the novices who have passed the trial are here." Jiang Kai, walking behind, asked curiously, "Sir, can I see the rankings of the novices who have passed the trial?" "Of course." Just as Xia Tao was about to open the leaderboard, an arrogant voice interrupted. "Ah, what a coincidence. I didn't expect some of the servants who work for my family to be participating in the trial too. How about I show you the leaderboard?" Huang Wei, with an arrogant look, stepped forward to block Jiang Kai's group. The Huang family member opened the leaderboard from the watch on his wrist and began to brag. "I'm at the top. And you guys? You've perfectly secured the top spot from the bottom up, that is." "Huh." The surrounding explorers burst into laughter, joining in. "Look at these losers. How dare they ask about their rank with such a record? Huh, not even a fraction of a loser." Jiang Kai clenched his fists as painful memories flooded back. His younger sister, in order to come to the ghost planet, had to work as a servant for Huang Wei's family. That scumbag not only harassed her, but also frequently used Jiang Kai's older brother's illness to humiliate him. Zhu Zi, unable to stand his friend being looked down upon, stepped forward and shouted, "Huang Wei, I advise you to clean your mouth." "It's fine, Zhu Zi." Jiang Kai quickly stopped him. Then he stepped forward, his voice full of confidence. "I'm very sorry, everyone, but I'd like to announce that the leaderboard will soon change, because the top 3 spots have been taken by us." The whole place fell silent, then erupted in mocking laughter. "Huh, are you crazy? The 3 of you taking the top 3 spots? With what, your mouths? Sir, I think these people are sick. Send them for psychiatric treatment. 3 losers. That's right, these guys are crazy." Amidst the jeers, Jiang Kai smiled faintly, not at all flustered. "Zhu Zi, Nguyen Yuan, we don't need to pretend anymore. So Nuanwan Smaid Vraitli. No more pretending." "Huh, I've been waiting for you to say that." Zhu Zi was excited. "Then let's show our cards." The 3 of them simultaneously released their Beast Corpse cards, a staggering number, nearly 2 full rows of all kinds of monsters. Human-faced beasts, shadowless wolves, and even the shadowless Wolf King. The crowd that had been so arrogant just a moment ago now all looked horrified. Huang Wei, in disbelief, stammered, "WH, what is this? How do you have so many monster corpses? Not just human-faced beasts, but also shadowless wolves, and even the shadowless Wolf King. Impossible. You're a bunch of losers. How could you kill so many monsters, even the Wolf King? How is this possible?" Jiang Kai calmly replied, "True or false? The leaderboard has already told you, hasn't it?" The crowd hurriedly opened the leaderboard. "Look, the leaderboard has really changed. If so, their points are all real, and they really did take the top spots." Huang Wei still tried to shout, "Yes. You're exposed. How can a novice kill an infiltrator? There are no infiltrators in this trial. Everyone, has anyone here seen those guys?" The crowd replied in unison, "No, we haven't seen anyone at all." Huang Wei turned to Xia Tao. "Sir, you see, with so many witnesses besides them, no one has seen any infiltrators. They must be cheating. I suggest we nullify their results and investigate seriously." "That's right. Deal with it seriously. Punish these liars." The crowd joined in, criticizing them harshly. Xia Tao was momentarily at a loss, not knowing how to handle the situation. Suddenly, a deep male voice cut through the chaos. "Everyone, rest assured. The sudden appearance of the infiltrators is real. We just haven't had time to inform everyone. At first, I was also very surprised, but my superiors have personally requested that I commend these 3. Jiang Kai smiled and took out nearly 20 watches from the Country L infiltrators. These are the watches of the Country L infiltrators. The entire hall was once again stunned. "Is it for real?" Xia Tao checked and then nodded in confirmation. "That's right. Their achievements are real, and they have excellently secured the top 3 spots on the leaderboard." Jiang Kai, with a sharp gaze, proved that all accusations were true. A well-dressed man, wearing a pair of fashionable glasses, stepped forward. It was Liu Jun, the deputy commander of the Jiangzhou City military region. The crowd buzzed. "What? That's Lu Jun, the deputy commander of Jiangzhou City. A figure of such stature is here too. This proves they really did kill the infiltrators, a novice exclaimed in astonishment. Huang Wei's face turned pale, still unwilling to believe the truth. Lu Jun approached, his voice deep and resonant. Jiang Kai, the military wants to commend you for resolving the infiltrator crisis, so we have made a special exception to upgrade your equipment rewards. The rewards for second and third place will be upgraded from B rank to A rank, and the reward for your first place position will be upgraded from A rank to S rank. Hearing the news, Jiang Kai was elated, his smile radiant. His teammates were also overjoyed. Ah, really? That's amazing, Zhu Zi exclaimed. So Nuanwan smiled brightly. Thank you, sir. The surrounding crowd was green with envy. What? The reward is upgraded from A rank to S rank? Getting equipment like that right at the start. A voice echoed in the Ghost Planet classroom. Hello, students. Ghost Planet equipment is graded from F rank to SSS rank. F rank is the best quality, while S rank is extreme. Normally, B rank and C rank equipment are already very good. A rank and S rank are items that all explorers covet. Huang Wei, unwilling to accept it, clenched his fists and cursed inwardly. Damn it. So what if Jiang Kai gets an S rank reward? He dared to push me from first to fourth place. He roared. Unfair. There must be something wrong with this result. That Jiang Kai is a lowlife. On what basis does a lowlife surpass me? Jiang Kai's face darkened, his voice as cold as ice. Huang Wei, the military has confirmed it, yet you still don't believe it? Furthermore, I'm warning you, don't touch my family. Huang Wei, unrepentant, continued to mock him. So what? Did I say anything wrong? Your whole family is just a bunch of low-life peasants. He drew a sword from his spatial storage and charged forward. Your brother is just a sick dog. Your sister is just a servant. And you're just a bastard I beat up in a corner. Today you dare to step on my head. He stood there, his expression grim, not responding. Huang Wei, emboldened, became even more arrogant, aiming his sword to attack. You should know that your servant's sister is still working for my family. You dare to piss me off? Do you believe that one day I'll take her out? Before he could finish, a shadow flashed by. Jiang Kai, with lightning speed, slashed Huang Wei's chest, not giving his opponent a chance to react. Huang Wei was stunned, his eyes wide, clutching his bleeding wound, trembling. Cough, cough. Jiang Kai, you dare to attack me? Do you know what you'll face? Jiang Kai replied coldly. You beast. You dare to talk about touching my family? Do you think I care who you are? He stepped forward, his eyes as sharp as a knife. Here, my family is the most important thing to me. If anyone dares to touch them, no matter who they are, I will strike. And I will kill them. The iron spear in Jiang Kai's hand thrust forward, piercing straight through Huang Wei's chest. He only had time to let out a tragic scream before collapsing, not needing a second blow. A notification from the system. Explorer Jiang Kai has successfully eliminated the level 1 Explorer Huang Wei. You can plunder 6 experience points. Do you choose to plunder? Yankee sneered. Only 6 experience points? Is the great family that poor? The crowd erupted on the spot. What? He dared to kill the young master of the Huang family? Even though killing on the ghost planet isn't a real death, the Huang family's Black Tortoise Guild is a huge force. This guy's too bold. Lu Jun observed the scene before him, a satisfied smile appearing on his face. This kid, although a bit rough, still maintains his integrity. No wonder he's the one the higher-ups specifically wanted to meet. He took the initiative to speak, his voice calm but full of authority, coordinating the situation. Everyone, Huang Wei provoked and attacked first. Jiang Kai was only defending himself when he counterattacked. This matter ends here. Then, he turned to Jiang Kai and his 2 teammates and gestured. Jiang Kai, you 3 come with me. I'll take you to get your rewards. Yes, thank you, sir, Jiang Kai replied, unable to hide his excitement. Oh damn, Jiang Kai was so cool just now. That was awesome. Yuan Zhu exclaimed, unable to hide his excitement. The 3 of them followed Lu Jun to a secluded manor, where there was not a soul in sight. In front of them appeared 3 sparkling chests, 1 for each of them. Lu Jun smiled, his voice warm and deep. Sorry to keep you waiting. This is the special equipment awarded by the military. Go ahead and open them. Jiang Kai replied politely, thank you. The first to open a chest was Su Nuanyuan. A sparkling blue gem flew out, hovering in front of her. With just a glance, Su Nuanyuan immediately recognized it. It was a life gem, a treasure that any novice healer would covet, like a dream come true. Lu Jun chuckled and explained, "This life gem increases spirit by 15 points and also enhances the effectiveness of healing and potion crafting. A very valuable treasure." It was Yuan Zhu's turn. The excited young man opened his chest and received a set of battle armor specifically for martial apprentices. He exclaimed, his eyes shining brightly, "Wow, look at this. I got a set of armor. So cool." Lu Jun clapped his hands and continued to explain, "That is the Black Rock Heavenly Armor. It increases attack by 16 points and reduces damage taken by 16%. A comprehensive piece of equipment for both offense and defense of superior quality." Yuan Zhu was so excited that he kissed the armor several times, muttering, "This is so satisfying." Su Nuanyuan, standing beside him, couldn't help but urge, "You should open yours too." Jiang Kai opened his chest. His eyes immediately lit up when he saw a set of 9 red glowing throwing knives, as sharp as blood-red light. However, the system notified him that this equipment needed to be appraised to know its detailed attributes. Lu Yun frowned slightly, pondering, "Is that so? It needs to be appraised to see its attributes." Yuan Zhu, hearing this, exclaimed excitedly, "Wow, it needs an appraisal scroll? Then it must be something good." Lu Jun smiled and nodded in confirmation. "That's right. High-quality equipment often needs an appraisal scroll to display its stats. Fortunately, I have a few scrolls. Let me help you." He took out an appraisal scroll and lightly touched the set of throwing knives. Immediately, the stats appeared clearly. 9-sword Life Chaser, S-rank weapon. Increases energy by 9 points, armor penetration by 9 points, and flexibility by 9 points. Special effect. Each time a throwing knife is used, the critical hit rate and critical hit damage increase by 10%, stacking up to 90%. After a critical hit is triggered, all Life Chaser effects will be reset. Lu Jun looked at the stats and frowned slightly, muttering, "So, it's a weapon that focuses on critical hits? For a novice with low base attack power, even with a critical hit, the damage won't be too outstanding. This S rank seems inferior to an A rank." He said this because he didn't know about Jiang Kai's special talent. His 2 friends also looked worried. Yuan Zhu frowned. "Deputy Commander, isn't this a bit of a rip-off for us?" Su Nuanyuan, standing beside him, quickly pleaded, "Deputy Commander Lu, can Jiang Kai's equipment be exchanged?" Lu Jun replied, "It's possible, but quite troublesome. I can help you submit an application for an exchange." Jiang Kai immediately stopped him. "No need to exchange. I want this one." His decision stunned the 3 people around him. Only Jiang Kai knew that this 9-sword Life Chaser was not a poor item, but a true treasure, perfectly suited to his talent. His critical hit damage was not just double like a normal person's, but 200 times. A critical hit from him could take down even the Shadowless Wolf King. His only weakness was his extremely low critical hit rate. Others might get a critical hit once every 10 strikes, while he might get one once a day if he was lucky. If he encountered a strong enemy, he could be defeated before he could land a critical hit. At that point, it would be like having a useless martial art. But with the 9-sword Life Chaser, each throwing knife increased his critical hit rate by 10%. By the 9th knife, the rate would be nearly 90%, almost guaranteeing a critical hit. It could be said that this was the perfect divine weapon for a gambler like him. Seeing Jiang Kai's determination, Lu Jun didn't try to stop him further. "If you like it, then keep it. After passing the trial, you can return to Earth if you wish. But, Jiang Kai, I want to remind you of one thing. Someone might come looking for you soon. I sincerely advise you to be cautious when you return." The 3 of them, having just passed the novice mode, stared blankly at Lu Jun's departing figure. They were transported back to the Holy Radiance Nation, Jiangzhong City, the slums. Jiang Kai rode his 9 horses, flying home, his heart filled with joy. "I didn't expect to pass the novice trial so smoothly. I wonder how Big Brother and Little Brother will react when they hear about this. Next, I'll take Big Brother and Little Brother out of this slum and escape the clutches of the Huang family as soon as possible. From now on, everything will be better." But as he reached the entrance of the alley, he suddenly stopped. In the courtyard of the old apartment complex, 3 or 4 black luxury cars were parked neatly, exuding an unusual air. "What's going on?" Jiang Kai rushed upstairs, opened the door, and called out loudly, "Big Brother, Little Brother, I'm back." Guess how my novice trial went? But what he saw was not the loving faces of his family, but a group of strangers with fierce appearances, sitting and waiting. The leader, with a dyed yellow buzz cut, his sharp eyes locked onto him. He sneered. After waiting for half a day, someone finally came home. I heard that the kid who was in the novice trial today was quite impressive. Jiang Kai was startled and took a few steps back, recognizing the person in front of him. You are Huang Wei's older brother, Huang Da. What do you want? Why did the Huang family find me so quickly? While he was still thinking, a hand from behind suddenly struck the back of his neck. A thud was heard as two subordinates quickly subdued him. Huang Da, holding a baseball bat, walked over, laughing gleefully. Jiang Kai, do you know that my little brother was killed by you on the ghost planet and now has to undergo psychological treatment? Did no one tell a thing like you that only the Huang family is allowed to bully others? No one has ever dared to sit on the Huang family's head like you. For making Huang Wei go offline for a month, you will now be logged out permanently in reality. You dog. With that, Huang Da raised the bat high, intending to smash it down on Jiang Kai's head with all his might. In reality, he was just an ordinary 18-year-old boy, unable to resist. But just then, the main door was suddenly blown open, hitting the heads of the two men holding him. The door also conveniently knocked down 3 other men, including Huang Da. He shouted angrily, "Who is it?" From the main door, Old Wei walked in, followed by Sulan. Old Wei puffed on a cigarette, his tone light but sharp. Jiang Kai, I told someone to remind you to be careful when you go home. Why weren't you more careful? Jiang Kai looked at the 2 people in front of him, recognizing their military uniforms, but still remained vigilant. Sulan stepped forward, holding up her certificate, and shouted, "Don't move. Military business." The Huang family's men panicked, their faces pale. What? It's Wei Ying, the high-ranking commanding officer of the Jiangzhou City Military District. Why such a big shot here? Old Wei took a drag from his cigarette, his eyes as sharp as a knife. We came for Jiang Kai. Today, you've messed with the wrong person. Huang Da turned pale. The commander-in-chief came for Jiang Kai? How is that possible? What's his status? Jiang Kai was also bewildered, not understanding why a high-ranking figure like a commanding officer would come for him. In the end, the Huang family's men were taken to the station. Jiang Kai quickly said, "Thank you all for coming to save me today. It's just, I don't know why you all." Old Wei interrupted, "Don't be nervous. We have a purpose for finding you." In this novice trial, Yuan Zhu and Su Nuanyuan performed exceptionally well. Did you know that after leaving the line, Yuan Zhu and Su Nuanyuan were invited to join the military? Jiang Kai shook his head, surprised. Old Wei let out a puff of smoke and continued, "We came here to invite you. After all, you possess a new class." Sulan added in a serious tone, "Jiang Kai, you must know the significance of the appearance of a new class. Currently, Ghost Planet explorers have many classes. Every time they reach level 20, they have a chance to change their class, changing their attributes and skills. Some become stronger, but some become weaker. Some classes are almost useless in the later stages. Therefore, the military is always looking for new potential classes, and the class you possess seems to be very strong. So, Jiang Kai, are you willing to join the military as an explorer with a new class? Don't worry, we won't force you." Old Wei continued, his voice deep but full of meaning. "I'm sorry, before coming here, we investigated your family. We know about your older brother's illness. As long as you agree to join the military, we will not only protect your family, but also cover all the medical expenses for your older brother." Jiang Kai looked into the distance, his eyes seemingly lost in a void, not answering for a long time. Seeing this, Old Wei and Su Lan exchanged glances, then turned to leave. Before leaving, Old Wei left a sentence, like a weighty reminder. "Well, didn't you come to the Ghost Planet for money to treat your brother? If you agree, come to the military headquarters tomorrow to report. Just ask for me." As the 2 figures gradually disappeared down the stairs, Jiang Kai suddenly spoke, his voice resolute. "Sorry, I refuse to join the military." The words startled them both. Sulan turned back, asking in surprise, "Why?" Jiang Kai took a deep breath, his eyes firm. "I know joining the military is a good opportunity, but that's for classes with certain potential for outstanding development in the future, like Yuan Zhu's martial apprentice or Su Nuanyuan's healer. But I'm different. I have a new class. Remember that year when the drunken ghost class appeared? The military also treated it like a treasure, providing full support. At its peak, the drunken ghost class soared, reaching the sky in a single step. But when the military realized the drunken ghost class had no value in the later stages, their fate was no different from falling to the bottom of society, forgotten. This time, I was too excited, not cautious enough. I didn't expect the Huang family to be so shameless and act so quickly. From now on, we must quickly leave the area controlled by the Huang family. I'm truly grateful for your help, but my two brothers and I have relied on each other to survive for over a decade. We're more used to holding our own destiny than placing it in someone else's hands. Sulan fronit, her, tonis somahatash. But humanity is in a time of crisis right now. Your new class could be a turning point for all of mankind. Having you think like that? Jiang Kai turned away, his voice low. I'm sorry. I'm not concerned with the bigger picture. I just want my family to be safe and to live on. Su Lan was about to say more, but Wei Ying raised his hand to stop her, his eyes deep. Enough. I understand this kid's point. A habit forged over a dozen years can't be changed overnight. But kid, you have to know your brother doesn't have much time left. Furthermore, in this apocalypse, fighting alone is ineffective. Why don't we make a bet? For the next month, the military will continue to protect you from the Huang family's harassment. If you can earn enough money for your brother's surgery and prove you can protect your family, I will accept your refusal to enlist. But if you can't, the military will pay the medical expenses to save your brother, and then you must join the military to have your strength tested. Do you dare? Jiang Kai thought for a moment, his eyes gradually becoming determined. Finally, he nodded. I agree. It was late at night, and Jiang Kai's two family members had not yet returned home. Now, with the bet from the military, he knew he had to quickly return to the ghost planet to earn money for his brother's surgery. So he left a letter on the table, hastily writing a message. Big brother, little brother, are you still working overtime? I've passed the test, and will be returning to the ghost planet to level up. Don't worry. Right now, the more pressing concern is the threat from the Huang family. The three of us can't continue to live here. We have to move to a higher security area to ensure our safety. Therefore, this return to the ghost planet is a heavy task. The next time I return to Earth, I will definitely bring back enough money. In the Holy Radiance Nation, Jiangzhong City, Jiang Kai bought himself a comfortable and well-fitting outfit after passing the novice trial. His adventure on the ghost planet officially began. Fortunately, with the money he had earned, he was able to buy equipment at the trading area. Finally, I can earn money by fighting monsters, he thought to himself, his heart full of excitement. However, a novice wanting to earn money on the ghost planet must join a guild. The monsters on this planet are so strong that if you fight alone, you will almost certainly die. Therefore, all new explorers must join a guild to form teams and fight monsters with veteran members, increasing their chances of survival and accumulating combat experience. Jiang Kai muttered, let's see if there are any suitable guilds to join. He walked into the guild registration area and said, hello, I want to join a guild. The receptionist's expression changed immediately upon seeing him. She quickly replied, I'm sorry, are you Jiang Kai? You can't join a guild right now. What? Jiang Kai was bewildered, not understanding what was happening. The girl pointed to a poster with a red cross on it and smiled wryly. Because you have offended the Huang family, you are now on the blacklist of most guilds. So, unless something changes, you can only fight alone on the ghost planet from now on. Those words were like 1,000 arrows piercing Jiang Kai's heart, leaving him stunned, his heart heavy. Jiang Kai had never anticipated that the situation would become so dire. At the teleportation point to the safe zone outside Holy Radiant City, in the Dare Mountain Pass selection area, he walked with a heart full of frustration. What is this? Just because I offended the Huang family, no guild will accept me? Does my journey have to end as soon as it begins? He thought to himself, feeling cornered. Suddenly, a clear voice rang out from behind, breaking his train of thought. This guest, are you worried about which area to go to fight monsters, right? Jiang Kai turned around, slightly startled. The girl in front of him smiled and introduced herself. I'm a fortune teller. I can help you calculate the best location. It only costs 100 ghost planet coins per session. How about it? My name is Yin, class fortune teller, level 29. Jiang Kai looked at her for a moment, not responding. Finally, he turned away decisively, his voice cold. Sorry, I'm an atheist. Huyin quickly called after him. Wait, guest. Don't go. You can bargain. 80? 30? Or I'll give you this price. One free reading as a discount for a novice. Hearing the word free, Jiang Kai turned back before the other person could even blink, shaking her hand enthusiastically. Free? Why didn't you say so earlier? Sorry to trouble you. I'm very superstitious now. Damn it. He came back as soon as it was free. This cheapskate. Huyen shook her head in exasperation, thinking to herself, oh well, I'll just treat it as practice to hone my skills. She took out a bagua compass, poured energy into it, and muttered some mysterious incantations that were hard to understand. After a while, she looked at Jiang Kai, her voice serious. Guest, you are currently facing a crisis. If you don't want trouble to surround you, I advise you to go to the King's Valley. Hearing this, Jiang Kai thought to himself, danger? This is not surprising, because the Huang family is targeting me. However, the safe zone has a rule against killing, so the Huang family hasn't dared to act directly yet. Normally, novice explorers would level up from 1 to 10 in the Grey Dust Plains, but it's highly likely that the Huang family will send people there to assassinate me. The Typing Mountain Pass is for explorers level 15 and above. With my current strength, if I venture there, I will definitely be killed by the monsters without mercy. As for the King's Valley, an area for level 10 and above, it might be a suitable choice. With my current strength, I can barely handle it. Moreover, the Huang family would hardly expect me to dare to set foot in such a dangerous place. Having made his decision, Jiang Kai was resolute. All right, since the Huang family won't let me join a guild, I'll fight alone on the ghost planet. I'll show them what I'm made of. The King's Valley will be my #1 target. He immediately set off, not forgetting to turn back and say goodbye. Thank you very much for your guidance. Huyen stared after him, stunned for a few seconds. Wait, why is he going to the King's Valley alone? Damn it, I said he needed a team. What kind of place is the King's Valley? A novice like him going in there is just looking for death. She muttered, then said to herself, oh well, it's none of my business. I just hope he doesn't retract his 5-star review. After a while, Jiang Kai finally reached the mark point on the map. Before him was a majestic landscape of mountains and rivers, the air fresh but hiding an unpredictable danger. Is this the King's Valley? He asked himself, his hand tightly gripping the 9-sword life chaser, always on guard. I wonder what the monsters here are like. Suddenly, a terrifying roar from afar startled him. On the other side, a giant beast with sharp teeth and 2 long fangs was roaring angrily. It was a giant black ape, a gorilla, delivering a powerful punch that sent 3 or 4 explorers flying. In the center of the formation, a blond man shouted, commanding his teammates, everyone hold on. This monster is a giant black ape, level 11. Strength 172, Constitution 68, Agility 142, Spirit 13. The defense of these 3 black apes is very strong, but we are all level 10. A little more, and we could take it down. Attack harder. Under the captain's command, the formation quickly stabilized, coordinating seamlessly to deal with the beast. From a hidden corner, Jiang Kai silently observed, thinking to himself, so this is an explorer's combat team? It's so intense. The monsters here seem really strong. I wonder what kind I'll encounter. Just then, a strong, foul smell hit his nose. Turning around, he was horrified to find 3 giant black apes staring at him, their eyes red as if they wanted to devour him. Jiang Kai quickly backed away, creating distance, and cursed inwardly. Do these guys have to be so sharp? Speak of the devil, and he appears. He quickly opened the information software on his watch to check. The results showed that the weakest was level 12, the next was level 13, and the leader was level 14. All 3 were rated as dangerous. On the other side, the Heavenly Sword team had just defeated the level 11 giant black ape. The blonde captain cheered triumphantly. Haha, we finally won. We're so awesome. Captain, a level 10 defeating a level 11 black ape without losing any members. Can we brag about this a little more? I'll go post it online when I get back. The captain nodded, pleased. Of course you can. Look, who's the captain of? Before he could finish, a loud noise from behind startled the whole team. They all turned around, stunned to see a young man being chased by 3 giant black apes at the same time. A team member shouted, Captain, there's a guy over there fighting 3 HCVs, and each one is a higher level than the one we just killed. Should we go help? The captain quickly stopped him, his voice tense. You idiots. That guy must have accidentally attracted 3 apes at once. We barely managed to kill one just now. If we go over there, we'll definitely die. Run. Just then, an even louder noise came from behind. The level 12 giant ape was sent flying into the air, accompanied by a notification of its armor being destroyed. The thing that took it down was the 9-sword life chaser in Jiang Kai's hand. He cheered inwardly. Nice. The life chaser increases my crit rate with every hit. On the 5th hit, I finally trigger crit, a super crit. The members of the Heavenly Sword team stared, their mouths agape, not believing what they had just witnessed. What? We had to go all out to take down one level 11 giant HCV, but that kid took down a level 12 in just a few seconds, they thought to themselves, feeling dazed by reality. The 2 remaining giant black apes, seeing their companion defeated, became even more frenzied, chasing Jiang Kai with terrifying speed. He remained calm, maintaining just enough distance to prevent them from getting close, ready to counterattack at any moment. This distance is good. Just one more, Jiang Kai said to himself, his eyes sharp. He leaped high into the air, spinning a full 180 degrees with great skill. A 9-sword life chaser whistled through the air, shooting straight at the charging level 13 black ape. A sky-shattering explosion and a kill notification appeared. The level 13 giant ape has been defeated. Nice! This time it only took 1 hit. The life chaser's crit rate increased by 10%, and I successfully triggered a super critical hit. He cheered inwardly, a thrill like an electric current running through him. The Heavenly Sword team watched the battle, their worldview increasingly questioned. A member stammered, "W?" He killed another one. The last level 14 giant ape, taking advantage of its companion's fall, had closed the distance with Jiang Kai. Being pursued so closely, he remained unfazed. Just this one left. I'm confident I can handle it, he thought to himself, a determined look in his eyes. The Heavenly Sword captain looked at the situation and couldn't help but exclaim, "This is a level 14 HCV, the strongest one here. I don't believe he can take it down." In fact, Jiang Kai was already reaching his limit. He only had 3 life chasers left in his hand. His stamina was depleted, and his body felt like it was about to collapse. I can't run anymore. The only way is to bet everything. Before it catches me, I have to increase my super crit rate to counterkill it, he calculated inwardly. Jiang Kai took a spike from his storage space and gathered all his remaining strength. He threw 3 consecutive life chasers to increase his crit rate, then followed up with a blow from the spike. The giant black ape threw its head back and roared in pain. A notification rang out. Critical hit. Congratulations, Explorer Jiang Kai, for killing the level 14 giant ape. Nice. A super critical hit. All the weapons in my hand triggered the decisive blow. He cheered inwardly, feeling as if he had just crossed the line between life and death. The Heavenly Sword team stood like statues, stunned by the incredible feat, damn. He really killed all 3 of them. A team of a dozen of us struggled to take down 3 black apes, but they muttered, feeling as if they had been mercilessly surpassed by a novice. Having dealt with the threat, Jiang Kai breathed a sigh of relief. I didn't expect this monster to be not as hard to fight as I thought. Now I have 3 cards containing their corpses. It seems hunting monsters alone isn't so bad, he said to himself with a satisfied smile. After collecting the loot, he quickly left. The Heavenly Sword captain finally snapped out of it, panicked. Oh no, the master is gone. We should have befriended such a master. A team member muttered, "Hey, didn't the captain say not to help?" The group looked at each other, full of regret. I regret this so much. At the teleportation point to the gray dust plains, a group of about 20 explorers was gathered. A chubby man exclaimed in astonishment, "We're not seeing things, are we?" 3 martial apprentices, a knight, and a healer. Isn't this the Falcon Squad, the famous team from the Huang family's Black Tortoise Guild? Why are they in a novice area like the gray dust plains? The Falcon Squad was surrounding a familiar-looking girl. A level 2 healer in the team snorted coldly, her voice full of threat. "We've searched the entire gray dust plains and haven't found that Jiang Kai." Their team composition was extremely balanced, all of them having reached level 20, far superior to the novice area. The leader grabbed Hu Yan by the collar, his voice deep. "I heard you were the last person to see Jiang Kai. Tell me, where is he?" Hu Yan trembled and managed to ask back, "WH, what are you looking for him for?" "That's a stupid question. Isn't he the one everyone knows about? That Jiang Kai has offended our Huang family. The leader roared, his eyes as sharp as a knife. The Huang family sent you for revenge, right? Hu Yin forced a smile. That Jiang Kai went to the King's Valley. You can go find him there. The burly martial apprentice threw Hu Yin aside, his voice full of contempt. But if you dare to lie to us when we come back, you're dead. The surrounding explorers witnessed this scene, but remained silent, not daring to speak up. The Falcon Squad was the top team among the level 20 explorers of the Huang family, their overwhelming strength making everyone wary. With the deployment of such a powerful team, Jiang Kai's fate seemed to be sealed. Hu Yin lay on the ground, coughing a few times. Cough, cough. You think you're so strong? For those who don't know morality, a fortune teller like me doesn't want to argue. She muttered, a sly glint in her eyes. Just now, I secretly did a reading for them. The result shows that this time, when they find Jiang Kai, it's very likely their entire team will be wiped out. A day later, in the King's Valley, Jiang Kai had just defeated another giant black ape. He checked his stats. Current level 6, with significant improvements in strength, defense, constitution, agility, and spirit. Great! I've killed a total of 16 black apes and finally reached level 6. He calculated, his heart filled with excitement. I heard that the corpse of one HCV can be sold for a high price. Although it's a bit of a hassle to carry, with this amount, the burden of my big brother's medical expenses will be much lighter. Just then, a male voice rang out from a distance, strong and hearty. Hey, kid over there, want to join our hunting party? Jiang Kai looked over. The group in front of him wore a mix of outfits, clearly a temporary alliance from various factions. The leader got straight to the point. Our 3 teams are hunting the elite HCV nearby. If we succeed, we'll get an elite treasure chest. Do you want to join? Jiang Kai was a bit wary and asked, a hunting party? But I don't have a team. I'm alone. No problem. The other guy laughed loudly. It just so happens we're short one person in a crucial position. More than 10 minutes later, on a high mountain peak, the group gathered, silently observing from below. The commander pointed. See that? There are 4 elite HCVs in the cave below. There must be an elite treasure chest inside. But these 4 are very strong, and we only have 3 teams. You'll go and lure one out. The plan is this. You lead one away, and our 3 teams will split up to deal with the remaining 3. When you come back, you'll get a share of the treasure chest. Elite treasure chest. The name made Jiang Kai's eyes light up. I heard it contains countless precious treasures, and you can earn far more money than from ordinary monster corpses. I have to find a way to get it, he thought. But he quickly realized that to face an elite monster, you had to fight in a group. Yet they assigned him the task of luring one away, clearly with no intention of letting him return safely. They want to monopolize the treasure chest, something that should require 4 teams to get. But I'm already on board. If I don't agree, I probably won't be able to escape. Jiang Kai nodded slightly. I agree. The group immediately deployed. The commander shouted, Great, let's do it. Everyone attention, move out. Jiang Kai was positioned at the front. As soon as they saw him, the elite apes roared threateningly. Little brother, hurry up and act, a member of the group urged. Okay. Jiang Kai threw a hidden weapon at the nearest one. The HCV was provoked and immediately left the pack, chasing after him. Jiang Kai ran, cursing inwardly. Damn it, these elite monsters are so fast. The commander watched the scene, unable to stop smiling. Well, isn't that convenient? That kid did it. That way, we have one less group to share the treasure with. Now 1 for each team. Everything is within our grasp. Brothers, let's go. Let's finish this quickly and divide the loot. The battle was fierce. Meanwhile, Jiang Kai was still being chased by the elite HCV. He sighed inwardly. They've calculated this too well. The attributes of this elite black ape are several times stronger than a regular black ape. If it were a normal explorer, they would have died for sure. But he said to himself with a confident voice, but I'm not a normal explorer. With that thought, Jiang Kai stopped and turned around. In an instant, he unleashed 9 9-sword life chasers. The giant elite black ape couldn't dodge in time. As it was about to reach him, a tragic roar echoed. A system notification appeared. Killed the level 15 elite giant black ape. Nice! Just 1 critical hit was enough to take down this elite HARV. He exclaimed, his eyes shining brightly. Then the treasure in that cave. Well, it's my turn to take advantage of them. While the other 3 teams were still struggling to fight the remaining 3 harves, they shouted, Everyone, a little more. After this, we'll split the treasure. They were so engrossed in the fight that they didn't notice a figure sneaking into the cave. It was Jiang Kai. He stepped into the cave, his eyes lighting up when he saw the treasure chest right in front of him. I can't believe it was so easy to get in. And this treasure chest looks like it's worth a lot, he muttered, as excited as if he had just found a treasure in the middle of a desert. Jiang Kai quickly approached the treasure chest, his eyes shining brightly. If I can get this, it'll be worth luring that level 15 elite HCV away, he thought, feeling as if he had just touched a precious treasure. But just then, water suddenly dripped from the cave ceiling, accompanied by a low, threatening growl. A chill ran down Jiang Kai's spine. Looking up, he was horrified to see an elite HCV hanging upside down from the ceiling, its red eyes staring down at him, as if it wanted to devour its prey. The monster lunged down with terrifying speed. Fortunately, Jiang Kai reacted quickly, jumping to the side and avoiding the thunderous punch. The blow cracked the ground, leaving a deep pit. What the hell? There's another level 20 elite Harvard in the cave? Those bastards attacked without investigating properly. He cursed inwardly, his heart pounding. A system notification appeared. Elite Giant Black Ape, Defense Attribute, level 20. Warning, extremely dangerous. Damn it, it's blocking the cave entrance. I can't escape. Jiang Kai gritted his teeth and immediately attacked with his 9-sword life chaser. But the sharp blades, which were his pride, bounced off the monster's thick skin, not even leaving scratch. He aimed for its eyes, but it was still useless. The system continued to warn. Elite Giant Black Ape, Defense Attribute, Defense 23. Current attack cannot penetrate the surface defense, dealing no damage. Damn it, the life chaser's armor penetration is only 9, while its defense is 23. Is it like the Shadowless Wolf King, where I have to break its outer defense to deal damage? Jiang Kai thought to himself, feeling as if he was facing an impenetrable wall. The ape raised its giant arm, aimed straight at him, and delivered a slap as powerful as a thunderbolt. Jiang Kai was sent flying, his body crashing hard to the ground, creating a small crater. Cough, cough. That hurts. The difference in strength is too great. Am I going to die here? He coughed up blood, his body feeling as if it was shattered. The monster easily grabbed Jiang Kai and lifted him up. Only one thought remained in his mind. If I die on the ghost planet, I'll be penalized and have to wait a month before I can log in again. In that case, the deal with the military will fail. I'll be forced to join the military. Will my big brother and little sister be implicated and forced to enlist too? The perilous situation almost drove him to despair. No, I can't let that happen. Big brother, little sister, I can't let you be implicated, he roared in his heart, trying to fight against the pain and despair. Suddenly, old memories flooded back like a waterfall. He saw an image of his big brother, carrying him as a child, running away on a desolate battlefield, surrounded by beast gods attacking humanity. His big brother was panting, clearly exhausted, but still tried to reassure him, Big brother will definitely get you out of this hell. That was 10 years ago. In a situation far more desperate, his big brother still managed to save him and his little sister. If big brother could do that, how can I fall here? Jiang Kai gritted his teeth, his will burning like a flame. He activated the Ghost Hand card throw skill, directing all his 9-sword life chasers at the back of the elite HCV's head. The monster, in a frenzy, opened its mouth to swallow him. But just then, from inside its mouth, a violent burst of energy erupted. The HCV's head exploded into a pile of minced meat, its headless body collapsing to the ground. A system notification rang out. Killed the elite giant black ape, defense attribute, level 20. Jiang Kai panted, returning to reality. I did it. Its outer skin has extremely high defense, but the inside of its mouth doesn't. Luckily, its intelligence isn't high, and it swallowed me immediately. By attacking from inside its mouth, I was able to break it, just like how I defeated the Shadowless Wolf King before. He looked towards the treasure chest, his eyes shining brightly. I finally got the elite treasure chest. This trip was a real jackpot. Half an hour later, the people outside finally defeated the last elite HARV. The commander cheered, excited. Huh, we did it. Thanks to that kid leading one away, otherwise our whole team would have been wiped out. A member suddenly said, speaking of which, that kid is probably dead, right? The commander sneered. Who cares? If he's dead, we get an extra share. Anyway, the treasure is waiting in the cave. Huh, we're going to be rich this time. But when he stepped into the cave, his eyes widened in shock. Inside, there were only vines, with no trace of the treasure chest. Damn it! What happened? Where's the treasure chest? Why is the elite treasure chest gone? A member stammered. Boss, I remember now. When we were fighting just now, I think I saw that kid sneak into the cave. What? The commander roared, his face red. Why didn't you say so earlier? A team member muttered. Boss, I thought I was seeing things at the time. Who would have thought he'd survive a confrontation with an elite HCV? The captain gritted his teeth, his voice full of regret. So our fight just now was for nothing? After all these days of preparation, we're now empty-handed. Another person chimed in. You see, even though we didn't get the treasure chest, you still have to pay us. You still owe me several months' salary. In a hidden corner of the King's Valley, Jiang Kai stopped, breathing a sigh of relief. Running this far should be enough to escape those people. He opened his system inventory and took out the elite treasure chest, his eyes sparkling with anticipation. Let's see what's in here. Inside the treasure chest was a hoard of treasures that stunned him. Damn, I didn't expect there to be so many precious ores in here, and even equipment. He calculated, his heart as excited as if he had just won the lottery. The value of these ores and equipment on the ghost planet is 10,000 times more expensive than regular monster corpses. It's true that wealth comes from danger. I'm rich this time. Suddenly, he discovered another item left in the treasure chest. It was a pair of gloves with a blazing red flame insignia. What's this? It looks like an attack-oriented piece of equipment. I should try it out, he muttered, putting on the gloves. Immediately, his body felt as if it was filled with power, becoming light and full of energy. Oh, could this be equipment that increases strength and agility? To test it, Jiang Kai casually threw 3 9-sword life chasers. As soon as they left his hand, the blades burst into brilliant flames, covering the entire throwing knife head. Could this be a flame-type support equipment? He wondered, thinking to himself. On the ghost planet, different types of flames can cause different damage effects in battle. However, normal flames usually have low damage, no different from scratching an itch for the opponent. Are these cool-looking gloves only for starting a fire to cook? He sighed, imagining himself using a divine artifact to roast meat, and couldn't help but laugh. Just then, fierce roars came from the forest ahead, immediately putting Jiang Kai on alert. The sound of heavy footsteps echoed on the ground. 4 elite giant black apes, Earth attribute, level 18, appear before him. Damn it, 4 elite Earth attribute harves? He cursed inwardly, quickly creating distance, his hand tightly gripping his life chaser. He tried a few moves, but immediately realized a serious problem. Just now, dealing with one almost killed me. Now there are 4. He calculated, his heart pounding. If I take advantage of when they open their mouths and attack there, I might still have a chance. But these 4 HCVs were extremely cunning. When they saw the life chaser coming, they immediately clamped their mouths shut, causing the blades to bounce off. The system warned, cannot break through the defense layer. Your damage dealt is 0. This is really dangerous this time. These guys even know how to block with their mouths. Jiang Kai was horrified. Damn it, he had no choice but to run. But the flames from the life chasers stuck to them, still burning faintly. Despite being burned, they relentlessly pursued him, their hatred soaring. Even if they open their mouths, I don't have enough life chasers to take down all 4 of them. I just escaped death's door, and now I'm in another dead end. He was desperate, feeling cornered. But then, he noticed something unusual. The flames on the 4 black apes didn't go out, but spread wider. Their health bars dropped bit by bit, from 10 points per second. Suddenly, the flames erupted fiercely. The first HCV was engulfed in the raging fire, losing 2,000 health points instantly. It roared in pain, its body charred black, and collapsed to the ground. Its health bar dropped to 0 before the eyes of the remaining 3. Jiang Kai was stunned. The flames on the remaining 3 HCVs also erupted fiercely, losing 2,000 health points per second. Boom! All 3 collapsed at the same time. System notification. Killed elite giant black ape, defense attribute, level 18x4. He was bewildered, looking at his gloves. What's this? The flames initially only dealt 10 points of damage. How did it suddenly jump to 2,000? That's 200 times. He suddenly realized, could it be that these gloves don't just shoot out ordinary flames, but can also trigger a 200-fold critical hit damage, just like my talent? Moreover, these flames also spread, burning the whole group. He cheered inwardly. The power of ordinary flames is weak, but if the monster has no fire resistance, the damage will penetrate its defense, silently burning it. 2,000 health points per second is no different from a terrifying firestorm. These gloves are truly a divine artifact made just for me, specializing in dealing with high-defense monsters. After that, I had a dream that lasted all night, witnessing the ferocious black apes in the King's Valley face the darkest moments of their lives. They had never seen anyone who could burn them into charred skewers with just ordinary flames under the bright moonlight. The monkeys didn't detect any unusual signs. They were just burned to the point of panic, fleeing in disarray. But this master griller will burn down the entire forest. Within a 10-mile radius, no treasure will be left. On the second day in the King's Valley, the black apes and the forest where they lived had turned into a desolate, blackened wasteland. Excellent. In just one night, I killed over a dozen black apes. Finally, I reached level 7. Currently, the flame damage from my gloves has become invincible within a 20-level range in terms of area of effect damage. Moreover, I obtained an elite treasure chest, plus a pile of black ape junk, which will surely sell for a lot of money. However, Jiankai's mood sank slightly. But playing alone on the ghost planet is a bit lonely. I really miss the days of fighting with Zhu Zi and Nuanyuan. I wonder how they are now. Is there anything interesting going on over there? Anyway, they have the army backing them up, so they must be doing better than me in this desolate place. In another corner of the King's Valley, Yuan Zhu was angry at the air. Why is there nothing here? Who killed all the black apes in the valley? Boo-hoo. I've been to King's Valley for a few days and haven't seen a single black ape. How am I supposed to get by like this? Sunwanwan stu nurvai, saing vipli. I missed the time when Kai took us to kill monsters. It was so good back then. A stern male voice interrupted, correcting them both. Bin Bet, Yuan Zhu and Su Nuanyuan, don't say such sad things. The reason you encountered so many monsters at the beginning was because you were in a novice trial area. With the current level of 2 novices, this is a high-level monster area. If Jiang Kai brought you to the King's Valley, it would be a disaster. I specially took the time to bring you here for experience, not to hear complaints like this. The middle-aged man with a scar on his right eyebrow was Li Bu, a level 38 knight. Let's go. Let's continue looking for those black apes. Yes, sir, the 2 recruits replied in unison, following military protocol. 3 days later, Jiang Kai's hunting party had taken down 4 black apes. He laughed loudly. Haha, it's strange we've been in the King's Valley for a few days and have only found a few normal black apes like this. Dealing with them is as easy as flipping a hand. It's so boring. The black-skinned man pointed a thumb at himself, boasting, haha, young Master Huang Wei told us to kill Jiang Kai. It's really like using a butcher's knife to kill a chicken. Nearby, the captain of the Heavenly Sword team was having a snack and said sarcastically, one person dealing with one, that's all there is to it. These words attracted the attention of the male members of the Falcon Squad. A member of the Heavenly Sword team continued, a few days ago, we saw a master take down 3 black apes at the same time. That's right. The scene at that time was truly terrifying. The Falcon Squad captain sneered, 1 person killing 3, and that's a terrifying level to you? The Heavenly Sword captain snorted and ignored him. He took out a photo of Jiang Kai. Have you guys here ever seen this person? The Heavenly Sword captain was slightly startled. It's really him. That's the master who killed 3 black apes at the same time that I was talking about. His teammate next to him chimed in, giving a thumbs up. Yes. Super handsome. The Falcon Squad looked disdainful. Are you guys blind? Look closely, this guy is only a level 5 novice. That's right. Don't talk nonsense just because you're jealous of us. Another person added. The Heavenly Sword snorted and threw away the half-eaten apple. If you don't believe me, go find that master and ask. We just saw him leave the King's Valley. Yes. We have to go say hello to that master too. Hearing this, the Falcon Squad captain's eyes flashed with killing intent. What? You mean Jiang Kai is nearby? They all packed up their weapons and set out to find him. Come on, we've been wandering in this shabby place for a few days. It's time to give young Master Huang Wei an explanation. Let's go kill that kid. The Heavenly Sword members whispered. It seems they want to settle a score with the master. Yeah, it seems so. That master has the air of a transcendent expert. The Huang Wei family's people are usually just cannon fodder in comic books. Yes. Very similar. Another person laughed. At the same time, at the exit of the King's Valley, a crowd had gathered, complaining. What bad luck! Why haven't we seen a single black ape on this trip to the King's Valley? I heard a forest fire burned them all. We have to wait for a new batch to appear before we can go in. That's right. Let's just wait. One person sighed. At this moment, the culprit of the forest fire passed by. Jiang Kai was taking stock of his loot, thinking to himself, it took 3 days to wipe out all the black apes. I also reached level 10 and got 19 elite treasure chests. First, I should go back to Holy Radiant City to sell them for money. Explorer Jiang Kai, class, Gambler, level 10. Attributes, Strength 40, Constitution 44, Agility 66, Spirit 66, Defense 0. Jiang Kai, stop right there. A sudden call from behind made him stop. The 5 members of the Falcon Squad, each looking at Jiang Kai with bloodthirsty eyes. You've been gone for so many days, it was hard for us to find you, one of them shouted. The surrounding crowd buzzed. Damn it, isn't that the Falcon Squad of the Huang family's Black Tortoise Guild? What did this kid do to provoke the elite team? Jiang Kai frowned, his voice calm. The Huang family, the Black Tortoise Guild. Did the Huang family send you to find me? The other party immediately drew their weapons, ready to attack. You want to fight? Have you forgotten who you offended in the novice trial? A lowlife like you dares to mess with young Master Huang Wei? We're here to take your life. The group charged forward, surrounding the young man. Jiang Kai lowered his center of gravity. He dodged the first wave of attacks and retorted, Hey, in that novice trial, it was Huang Wei who attacked first. I was just defending myself. Are you sure you want to attack me? The Falcon Squad became even more aggressive, charging forward. I don't care who's right or wrong. Do you know how much young Master Huang Wei is paying to have you killed? Jiang Kai's lips curled, his eyes sharp. Is that so? If you're willing to ignore right and wrong for profit, then I don't need to hold back either. As soon as he finished speaking, he waved his hand and threw his life chaser. 5 blades flew straight at the 5 enemies. They nimbly dodged, causing the attack to only graze them. The flames from the life chaser clung to each of them, but they looked disdainful. How ridiculous! Not even a scratch. Is this tiny spark of fire your skill? I wonder how the young master was defeated by a loser like you. One of them laughed loudly. The crowd of onlookers joined in, jeering. So, it's just an ordinary flame. With such pathetic damage, it's truly shameful. I thought this kid was strong, but it turns out it's just a cigarette lighter. Jiang Kai heard the sarcastic remarks and just snorted coldly, his voice calm. Ridiculous? The damage of my flame may seem small now, but don't underestimate it. Otherwise, it will be disastrous. Suddenly, the blood loss per second jumped from 10 to thousands. The Falcon Squad captain was startled, but before he could react, the small spark on his body erupted into a fierce flame, burning his entire body. He screamed in despair, his health bar dropping uncontrollably. What's going on? How can the damage of an ordinary flame be so high? At this moment, the small sparks on 2 other members of the Falcon Squad also began to burn fiercely. They quickly fell into the same tragic situation as their captain, engulfed in flames and extreme pain. The remaining 2 members saw this, and their faces turned pale, terrified. Why do I feel me too? In a flash, where the Falcon Squad had stood was now a sea of fire. All 5 of them were completely burned, unable to resist, suffering a painful and humiliating death. Explorer Jiang Kai has eliminated the Falcon Squad. You can proceed to plunder this squad's experience. 10 confirmations. Those who had just been jeering were now silent, unable to utter a word. This scene was unbelievable. But with the enemy down, Jiang Kai had no intention of letting the experience offered at his doorstep go to waste. If you're so eager to offer your heads to me, then I'll gladly accept this reward. The crowd buzzed. Oh my god, what the hell is this? That kid actually wiped out the entire Falcon Squad? That's a high-level elite group. Damn it, if I hadn't seen this scene of an ordinary flame burning down an entire team with my own eyes, I would have thought it was staged. What kind of character is this kid? A notification from the system rang out, beginning to plunder experience. A person in the crowd took out their watch to check Jiang Kai's information, but only received the status. Attributes exceed the allowable range. Evaluation failed. Oh my god, why can't my watch evaluate his attributes? It can't? Maybe I know why. Could he be a master fire mage, using an item to conceal himself, preventing outsiders from probing? That's right. It must be. He's the fire god. Jiang Kai was still enjoying the fruits of his victory, feeling refreshed. So cool. I leveled up twice again. By the way, who said that? Why can't they see my attributes? The system replied, because your gambler's talent has too many additional attributes, causing your attributes to far exceed those of people of the same level. Therefore, outsiders cannot evaluate you through their watches. Oh, is that so? It's good that they can't find out. I'll be less targeted by outsiders. Jiang Kai turned and left coolly, under the curious and fearful gazes of the crowd. At the Ghost Planet, Holy Radiant City, the item trading place, Jiang Kai walked in. Hello, I want to sell some things. The female trader was lying on the table, listlessly replying, Welcome, esteemed guest. She sighed inwardly, thinking, only one person all day. Why is the efficiency so low today? Jiang Kai waved his hand and took out his items. I have a lot here. Please calculate the price. The young woman looked at the young man in front of her and complained in her heart. How much can a poor guy like you sell? I guess at most. Before she could finish her sentence, she had to swallow her words when Jiang Kai took out a pile of Beast Corpse cards. Look, I have more than a dozen giant black Ape Corpse cards here. In addition, I also have 19 elite chests. Excuse me, can you still see me? I want to ask how much all this is worth. The female trader was stunned, thinking to herself, damn, is this guy from a hunting corporation? Other people sell one by one, but he sells by the basket. She shook her head to regain her composure and immediately switched to a serious attitude. Please don't worry, sir. It just so happens that I am the sales champion here. Today, just let me calculate it for you. In her heart, she was screaming, damn it, he's a rich man. Even if I have to risk my life, I have to close this deal. After a while of calculation, she breathed a sigh of relief. This great master, your Beast Corpse cards can be sold for 10,000 Ghost Planet coins. The elite chests and other items can be sold for 170,000 Ghost Planet coins. In total, your items are worth 180,000 Ghost Planet coins. Jiang Kai's eyes lit up. A total of 180,000 Ghost Planet coins? Ghost Planet coins are the currency of the Ghost Planet. One Ghost Planet coin can be exchanged for 10 Holy Radiance coins. So in total, that's 1,800,000. This amount is enough to cover his brother's hospital bills. Now, the bet with Commander Wei is complete. I don't need to enlist anymore. I'll go back to Earth and arrange for my brother to be admitted to the hospital. Lost in thought while walking on the street, Jiang Kai heard a girl's voice call out, Hey, wait, I'm Hu Yan, the fortune teller who did a reading for you last time. Jiang Kai nodded slightly. Going to the King's Valley was indeed a great help to me. Thank you very much. The girl smiled brightly. Then can you do me a small favor? Of course. You've helped me so much. Just say it. Hu Yan stammered. That is, Hu Yan wants to join your team. I hope you'll let me fight alongside you from today on. Is that okay? I refuse. Jiang Kai replied immediately, without thinking, leaving her stunned. Why? Are you always so blunt? Or is it as I predicted, still the same as before, a character considered useless by the military? Someone people want to get rid of? I know you like free stuff, right? Do you want the equipment I'm wearing? I'll give it to you. After all, this is the last time I'll be logging into the Ghost Planet. Jiang Kai stopped, his expression complicated. He turned back and asked, Are you poor too? Are you planning to quit the game permanently? Why don't you want to continue making money on the Ghost Planet? Hu Yan sighed. I want to, but I can't. After all, what team would want a useless person who only knows fortune-telling in battle? When the military determined that Feng Shui masters were a strong class, I took advantage of their support, reached level 20, and switched to the fortune-teller profession. But the initial talent of a Feng Shui master was only a better sense of time, place, and people, plus a fortune-telling skill. After that, the military discovered that fortune-tellers had no combat skills and abandoned us for being too weak. No one wanted to team up with us, so my level has been stagnant ever since. Without anyone to lead me to fight monsters, I just scrape by day on the Ghost Planet. If I go back to Earth and work as a garbage collector or something, at least I won't be idle. My older brother's body fell ill from overwork. I'm just a weak girl. How can I bear it? But there's no other way. On Earth, I still have a younger brother and sister. I'm the pillar of the family. Even if I can't bear it, I have to try. It's okay. Big brother can handle it. The words his big brother once said to Jiang Kai suddenly echoed in his mind. A wave of emotion washed over the young man. Back then, Big Brother was the same. He had aspirations to develop on the Ghost Planet, with the great ambition of defeating the beast monsters. But after raising Jiang Kai and his younger sister, he was afraid that no one would take care of them. So he gave up the opportunity to go to the Ghost Planet, which led to his body weakening. Hu Yan turned around and said as she walked away, All right, do you want my equipment? If you do, wait there. I'll go get it for you. After all, this is before I return to the real world. never to come back here again. Bye-bye. Jiang Kai quickly called out, wait. Let's do it next time. These words made Huyan pause for a few seconds. Kai. I have to go offline now too, but it won't be for long. The next time I'm online, you can find me. We'll become a team. Huyan's heart skipped a beat, her cheeks flushing slightly. She was moved, trembling. Really? Damn it. If I'm lying to you, I'll be broke for the rest of my life. That's it then. See you later. Huyan muttered to herself, her eyes stinging. A cheapskate like you, who only cares about money, if you dare to say that. It must be true. She suddenly rushed forward and hugged Jiang Kai tightly, shouting, Thank you. Thank you. You're such a good person. How can you live like this? It's okay, let me hug you. I love you to death. Their intimate actions attracted the attention of many people on the street. On Earth, in Jiang Kai's slum neighborhood, he exclaimed, Big brother, little sister, from today on, you two don't have to go to work anymore. I've earned money. His older brother asked in surprise, Really? Second brother, where did you get the money? Is it legal? What are you talking about, you little brat? I earned it on the ghost planet. Tomorrow, I'll arrange for Big Brother to have surgery. You should go back to school and focus on your studies. Little Kai, it's been hard on you during this time, his older brother said, his voice full of gratitude. Jiang Kai replied shyly, It's nothing. Compared to how hard Big Brother worked to take care of us, this is nothing. Big Brother, don't worry. You've always worked hard. But now that I have the ability, I will definitely let everyone live a better life. For our loving family in this apocalypse, let's toast. Suddenly, Jiang Kai's phone vibrated, reporting a call. On the other end of the line was the voice of an elderly man. Jiang Kai, you won the bet. Do you have time now? I'll send someone to pick you up later to see the goods. Remember to go there. Jiang Kai recognized it was Commander Wei. The location was moved to the Beast God Battlefield, an area outside the safe zone of the Holy Radiance Nation. Jiang Kai looked around and exclaimed, After so many years, the city where I grew up has become like this? He discovered that Commander Wei had been waiting for a long time. Commander Wei, I wonder why you called me here. Suddenly, a roar shook the nearby abandoned house. From a distance, Jiang Kai could clearly see a giant beast god frantically rampaging around. Following it were three figures, moving nimbly, their steps light, their target the giant beast in front. They were transcendents on the beast god battlefield. Currently, each level from 20 onwards is a turning point for explorers on the ghost planet. There are a total of 6 stages. Although explorers from level 1 to 80 can become stronger after changing their class, their power can only be used on the ghost planet. But transcendents are different. When an explorer reaches level 81 to 120 to become a transcendent, they need to undergo a qualitative change. At that time, their power can move mountains and fill seas, enough to fight monsters, and can be brought back to Earth. They're called transcendents. The appearance of this surreal power was not only a turning point in human history, but also a great challenge. In the war against the beast gods, it pushed people all over the world to frantically level up on the ghost planet. Transcendents are humanity's greatest strategy, the light at the end of the tunnel, the destined saviors to wipe out the beast gods on the planet. They killed it. They're so strong. Yankee Ethlimed Incitedly. Old Wayne next to him said, Strong? Is this already strong? You don't know, this is just an ordinary beast god. To take this one down, we've already lost 2 transcendents. The words startled Jiang Kai. Old Wei continued, Jiang Kai, humanity is in a very bad situation right now. Don't stay in the safe zone for too long and forget the danger that is always lurking outside. You won this bet, so I won't force you to join the military. The sky suddenly thundered, a storm approaching from afar. Old Wei exhaled a puff of smoke and continued. As for the Huang family, I will personally remind them not to touch you. Haha, you must be wondering why I value you so much, right? Because I always trust my intuition. My intuition tells me that you can become a strong person. In the future, you might be so strong that even Holy Radiance will need your help. Raindrops began to fall on the desolate land. Old Wei's voice mingled with the sound of the rain, full of emotion. But I know, in this apocalypse, you just want to protect your family. If you join the military, you'll have to go to the battlefield. And the battlefield is very dangerous. But the rise and fall of the world is everyone's responsibility. This world needs people to stand up and fight the monsters, right? Maybe one day, I will also die on a battlefield. But as a person of the Holy Radiance Nation, if I can die for my country, for my people, I will be content. Jiang Kai, I won't force you to choose, nor will I force you to be like me. But if Holy Radiance is in danger in the future, I hope that when you are strong enough, you will stand up and fight for Holy Radiance. After a few days of rest on Earth, Jiang Kai returned to the ghost planet, Holy Radiant City. These days, he couldn't stop thinking about Old Wei's words. I never thought Commander Wei would think so highly of me. Could it be that in the future, I could be the person Holy Radiance needs? Oh well. First, I should take care of myself. The black apes in the King's Valley must have a new batch by now, right? Jiang Kai opened his watch and checked. The monster in the King's Valley this time is the Siren, an elite-level monster. Its damage is extremely high, and it can instantly kill explorers. Its attack also has a fear effect, which is very useful with its ethereal body. The siren scream makes explorers within 10 meters unable to move, causing extreme fear. Only attacks within 10 meters can damage the siren. This monster is really strong. Within 10 meters, you get feared and instantly killed. Outside of 10 meters, you can't deal damage. It seems much harder than the giant apes. Maybe I need teammates. In the city, someone was already waiting to team up with Jiang Kai. Hu Yin held a sign, "Don't bother me. I'm waiting for my captain." In the middle of the street, Hu Yin was dozing off, muttering in her sleep, ignoring the pointing and whispering of the people around her. Jiang Kai suddenly appeared and called out to wake her, making her scream in surprise. "Hu Yin, you haven't been standing here waiting for me ever since I went offline, have you?" Captain, I knew you'd come back. I've been waiting here for you for days." "Boo-hoo. Yes, of course I had to come back." "Captain Kai, do you want to take me to fight monsters now? I'll help you find a really powerful teammate. I've calculated that there's someone who can help us fight monsters very well. What do you think? Do you need him?" Good fighting monsters? That's great. But he can't be a drunkard." "Hello, I'm Ruan Igreku. I'm a drunkard. I don't want him." Jiang Kai immediately turned and ran away. "I don't need him anymore." Hu Yin hadn't even reacted. "Captain Kai, are you always so honest?" "Captain Kai, please take Ruan Yu with you. He's used to hardship and is very obedient." Ruan Yu knew he had a terrible profession and couldn't say anything, bowing his head sadly as he watched Jiang Kai leave. Hu Yin shouted after him, "Ruan Yu will cook for you, massage your feet, and give you shoulder rubs. He even said that as long as you're willing to take him, he's willing to not take any loot." Hearing about free labor, Jiang Kai's eyes lit up. He turned back without hesitation. "Hello, Comrade Ruan Yu. I'm Captain Jiang Kai. The moment I saw you, I knew you were talent. From now on, you are a member of our team. Today, I, your captain, will lead everyone to hunt the siren. From now on, we are a family. Let's go." Ruan Yu turned to Hu Yin and whispered, "Our captain is a bit." She nodded and smiled wryly. "That's right. It's not about family. It's just because you're free that the captain is like this." That night, in the King's Valley, the territory of the elite monster, the siren. From the small house, a pale hand with long, sharp nails opened the door, emitting a moaning sound and a cold chill. This was the siren, a level 20 elite. Jiang Kai's group was hiding on one side, silently observing. "Everyone, this demoness is much stronger than the ape. If we're exposed, we'll be instantly killed. Remember to keep your voices very low. Furthermore, only attacks within 10 meters can take it down, so we have to be extremely careful and find an opportunity to get close." Hu Yin replied softly, "Okay." Jiang Kai heard a moan and quickly gestured. "Hu Yin, keep it down." She was dumbfounded. She pointed at herself, indicating that it wasn't her who made the sound. The ha-ha sound came again. He turned back in annoyance. "If it's not you, then who's moaning?" It turned out to be Ruan Yu, practicing drunken fist with 4 or 5 empty wine bottles at his feet. "Captain, look what I found." His voice boomed like thunder. "Thank you. I'll toast you with this glass, Captain." Not far away, the siren had heard and immediately turned towards the 3 hiding people, opening its mouth to unleash its fear effect. "Damn it, Ruan Yu, what are you doing?" Hu Yin panicked. Captain, I was just talking to myself. This is bad. We're done for." The siren scream, carrying a fear effect, echoed through the forest. The sound waves were unavoidable, hitting the entire group. Their senses were paralyzed. Only Ruan Yu was still, fast asleep, completely unaffected. System notification, abnormal status, fear. You have been frightened. Watching the siren approach, Jiang Kai couldn't move. "Damn it, Is this demoness really this strong? I'm completely immobilized. Hu Yan was desperate. Captain, we can't beat it. In this situation, we can only wait for death. The siren opened its mouth, its four fangs lunging forward. Suddenly, Guan Yu's voice rang out. Wow, what a beauty! He rushed in, looking lecherous. Haha, why is there such a beauty here? May I ask, are you looking for me? His lunge was powerful, crashing into the siren as if to shatter it. Oh, it must be fate that brought us together. Baby, have you eaten? Let me love you a little. Guan Yu touched the siren's face, his mouth full of praise. Oh, how smooth this skin is. How plump these lips are. System notification. Fear has been dispelled. Jiang Kai was surprised. I can move now. Hu Yan was also bewildered. What's going on? Why is the siren being controlled by Guan Yu? Although he didn't understand what was happening, he quickly took out his life chaser. The siren's fear needs time to cool down. I have to take this opportunity to attack before it can recover. Let's end this quickly. Jiang Kai commanded his war-torn life chaser and launched an attack. With Guan Yu suppression, hitting all 9 shots became easy. Guan Yu continued. Lady, how about I teach you how to kiss French style? From now on. You are my wife. Boom! A critical hit explosion was triggered by Jiang Kai, and the forest returned to silence. Guan Yu, where's my wife? System notification. Killed the elite siren. Received 1 elite treasure chest. Nice. It's dealt with. Hu Yan, seeing Jiang Kai take down the siren, was even more impressed. Wow, the captain can actually instantly kill that siren. The most miserable one was Guan Yu, who collapsed to the ground, trembling. Sobi, you beasts. You actually blew up my wife. She was the only love of my life. Without her, I can never love anyone else in this life. My short-lived wife. Seeing Guan Yu in a daze, Jiang Kai turned to ask Hu Yan, by the way, does Guan Yu often get drunk to the point of going crazy? Hu Yan replied awkwardly, that's right. Guan Yu is a drunkard and can't hold his liquor. When he's drunk, he's often foolish. Captain, let me go get the elite treasure chest and the siren's corpse first. Before Jiang Kai could reply, she had already run off. At this moment, Jiang Kai thought again. That's right. Guan Yu was clearly affected by the siren's fear just now, but why wasn't he affected? He could even attack the siren. The thing that drunkards are most hated for is losing control when drunk, but I didn't expect this weakness to accidentally nullify the siren's fear. Interesting. Hu Yan returned with the elite treasure chest. Jiang Kai smiled from the outside, looking quite lecherous because he was secretly thinking that Guan Yu was a heaven-sent divine weapon, specializing in countering the siren's fear, solving the biggest problem when hunting this type of monster. Hu Yan looked at his smile and couldn't help but shiver. Miss Nan, looking at that face, I suddenly feel a chill down my spine. Why is he smiling at me so strangely? The location moved to the house of another siren. This type of monster lives alone, with only one individual in the same area. While out for some fresh air, the siren suddenly sensed someone approaching. As soon as Jiang Kai and Hu Yan appeared, they unleashed their ultimate move. Let's fight. Guan Yu, I choose you. Go. Hee hee. Another new beauty. I'm coming, my love. The siren immediately launched a sound wave attack, screaming loudly, but it was useless against this drunkard. Guan Yu laughed loudly. Beautiful. Why are you drooling when you see me? Are you craving my body? Right? What a coincidence, I want you too. He leaped forward, delivering a powerful punch to the monster's stomach. Oh, baby, meeting you, I've learned to love again. Let's light a small flame of love tonight. The siren was completely helpless, suppressed, and unable to fight back. Jiang Kai also escaped the fear effect, ready to attack. Jiang Kai thought to himself, this skill is really powerful. It's great. If we can break it like this, we can get close and attack. 9 life chasers left his hand at the same time, combined with the burning effect from his gloves, and plunged straight into the monster's body. The siren screamed in extreme pain as the flames erupted, burning it to ashes. Notification: Explorer Jiang Kai has killed the elite siren. Received 1 elite treasure chest. Guan Yu, standing nearby, was affected by the explosion and thrown back. But his mouth didn't stop cursing. Damn it, you beasts! You blew up my wife again. I curse you, you bunch of animals. With that, his head hit the ground first. His 2 teammates didn't bother with his curses. Cursing won't change anything. We only have one goal: wipe out the monsters. While Guan Yu was still unconscious, they continued. Great, let's find another siren. For the next 3 hours, Tragic cries echoed through the mountains and forests. No, don't blow up my 11th new wife. My 23rd wife was blown up by these two evil people again. Boo-hoo. No, please spare my 35th wife. I beg you. It was an exciting night of sweeping. Jiang Kai began to take stock of the loot. Wow, amazing. I didn't expect that thanks to Ruanyu, we got 35 elite treasure chests from the elite demonesses. We've wiped out all the sirens in the valley. Hu Yen was excited beside him. This efficiency, I wouldn't even dare to dream of it. Moreover, after killing 35 sirens, you leveled up twice, reaching level 14. The only price to pay was a heartbroken Ruanyu. Yang Qi nodded. Hu Yen, you were right about Ruanyu being useful. Moreover, we've helped him train his ability to endure psychological trauma after breaking up with his girlfriend. The two of them were in sync. Only Ruanyu was suffering. Boo-hoo. Training my ability to endure psychological trauma. My ass. You two are really scoundrels. Hu Yen laughed and gave a thumbs up. Ruanyu, you're the best today. The drunkard lay on his back on the ground and cursed back. You're a beast. Jiang Kai looked at the two of them happily, a smile on his lips. This time, not only did he get loot, but he also received 2 skill cards from killing the sirens. Let's see. The first skill is Healing Rain. It's for people with strong spirit. When used, it creates a large-scale heavy rain. If the terrain is suitable, a high-level expert can create a lake or a storm from the air, providing a great advantage in actual combat, enough to wipe out an army of 10,000 alone. Jiang Kai looked at Hu Yen. You're level 29. Your spirit is higher than mine. You should learn this skill. You said that? A skill? For me, really? Hu Yen was moved, her eyes welling up with tears. Thank you, Captain Kai. I finally have a skill other than fortune-telling. I'm finally no longer a useless person who only knows how to read fortunes in battle. She directly kowtowed in respect. Captain Kai, from now on, you will forever be my big brother. Accept this kowtow from your little brother. Don't do that. You deserve it. After a few kowtows, her head was swollen, but the joy of receiving the skill card made her not care. Huh. I'm not useless anymore. I have to keep the remaining skill for myself. It provides a one-time skill point for a hidden profession. When used, this point activates an additional skill of the hidden profession, then automatically disappears. No more hesitation, let's use it. Even though it's only a one-time use, the chance to get an additional hidden profession skill is a must-try. System notification. Congratulations, hidden gambler. The hidden profession has activated an additional skill, Pickpocket Casino. When this skill is active, all explorers around who pay attention to the gambler will have 1,000th of their total attributes stolen and transferred to the user. After 30 minutes, the skill and the additional attributes will be deleted. Jiang Kai was a little disappointed. Is that all the skill effect is? The system replied, yes. Such a precious skill card only steals 1,000th of the total attributes. Damn it. I currently only have over 200 attribute points. I can only steal 0.2 points from one person. What's the use of this? At this moment, Ruanyu woke up from his drunken stupor. Huh, what happened to me? Did I fall asleep? Why do I have a feeling of heartbreak? Hu Yen reminded him. The most sentimental person on the ghost planet, who lost 35 wives last night in heartbreak. Wasn't it you? Ruanyu recalled his drunken memories, and a wave of nausea hit him. I remember now. Last night, I sob. I'm sorry, Captain Kai. I hindered you. I'm an alcoholic and can't stop drinking. If you're not satisfied, I can leave the team. Jiang Kai approached and offered him the equipment he had gotten from opening the chests. What are you talking about? You were the great hero last night. This equipment belongs to you. Without you, I don't know how many times I would have been killed by the sirens. You were the core of this trip. Ruanyu was moved, his eyes red. Captain Kai, I don't need it. I said, it's enough that you're willing to take me in the team. Just take it. I said I wouldn't treat my teammates badly. Besides, Hu Yen also has a share of this equipment. Hearing this, Hu Yen sobbed again. At this moment, Jiang Kai's image in her eyes became brilliant. Hu Yen, you come and get your equipment too. I will be loyal to you until death. Boo-hoo, is this real? Captain Kai, from now on, we will follow you. In life, we are your people. In death, we are your ghosts. Hey, why are you two kowtowing again? At the ghost planet's item trading place, the female trader exclaimed, wow, the big spender is here again. It's amazing. Today, the total selling price of your monsters and treasure chests is 84,000 ghost planet coins. Jiang Kai burst out laughing, unable to contain his excitement. I can't stop smiling. That's great. So isn't that equivalent to 840,000 Holy Radiance coins? With this money, the living expenses for my big brother and my siblings are completely secured, and there's even some left over. After that, he borrowed the changing room of the trading area to use. Not only did he earn enough living expenses from selling his loot, but he also acquired 2 more pieces of equipment that were extremely suitable for him. The first was a pair of nightfall trousers and a night cloak, each equipped with a stealth skill that allowed the wearer to hide without being detected. The A-quality nightfall trousers increased agility by 11 points, strength by 6 points, and improved defense by 3 points. Notably, in the dark, it allowed the activation of a 3-minute invisibility state. The second was the ghost armor, which had the ability to etherealize at crucial moments, helping to dodge critical attacks. The A-quality ghost armor increased agility by 24 points, strength by 8 points, constitution by 3 points, and spirit by 14 points. Every 10 minutes, it could activate etherealize once, completely immunizing 1 physical attack. In addition, the effectiveness of the burning gloves had also been proven. The flames from the gloves could be resonated with critical wounds, creating destructive power. The A-quality burning gloves increased agility by 7 points and strength by 6 points, allowing weapons to carry ordinary flames. When attacking within a fiery area, the flames would merge with the weapon, increasing damage points and critical hit damage. Simply put, this is a divine artifact made just for me, Jiang Kai said to himself, feeling that the power in his body was now far superior to before. Currently, even when facing explorers level 20 and above, I'm still confident of victory. Explorer Jiang Kai, level 14, strength 76, constitution 69, agility 132, defense 3. Suddenly, Ruan Yu appeared out of nowhere, his face radiant, shouting excitedly, "Captain, are you here? I've helped you improve your life chaser a bit." Really?" Jiang Kai was surprised and asked back. "Of course. Let me show you the effect first." With that, this wine-loving young man immediately aimed straight at his captain and threw. Jiang Kai was startled and shouted in panic, "Ruan Yu, what are you doing? Are you still holding a grudge against me for burning your 35 wives?" But just as the life chaser was about to hit Jiang Kai, it suddenly stopped. Ruan Yu threw a piece of wood into the air and shouted, "Come back." The throwing knife, as if it had a mind of its own, spun 180 degrees and flew back. On its way back, it even broke the piece of wood before landing gently in Ruan Yu's hand. "Brother Kai, I noticed that you often have to pick up your weapons in battles, which is very inconvenient. So I attached a small magnet to the life chaser. Now, when you throw it, you just need to use the remaining magnet to pull the life chaser back," Ruan Yu explained, his voice full of pride. "Really? Yankee Edclement Happity. So I don't have to worry about how many life chasers I have left anymore. Moreover, when a story is pulled back, it can still damage obstacles. This is an unexpected trump card. Ruan Yu, you're truly a genius in equipment modification. I learned all this myself. Is it really that amazing, Captain?" Ruan Yu replied modestly. But before he could finish, a clap of thunder lit up the corner of the city, striking not far from them. The sunny sky suddenly turned into a downpour. How strange. I just said a little something and the heavens got angry. Ruan Yu was bewildered. Hu Yen, the mischievous girl, skipped and said cheerfully, "Haha, Captain, it's me. I just learned the basic rain summoning technique." Ruan Yu breathed a sigh of relief and said, "So that's it. I thought my big brother was tricking me." Jiang Kai looked at the pouring rain and smiled. "How can your skill be useless? Look, all those people hiding from the rain are thanks to you. If you can make this rain heavier, it will be enough to seriously hinder the enemy's movement. Then, in this weather, the enemy will become a living target for me. I can take down anyone I want." Hearing this, Huyen stuck her nose in the air, pleased. "Really? So I can be that useful? Then I will definitely practice this rain summoning technique diligently." "Okay, keep it up," Jiang Kai replied, his eyes shining with excitement. He thought to himself, now, not only does Ruan Yu and the team have the ability to fight, but Huyen also has the ability to summon rain. Not just him, but the whole team has become much stronger. In the rain, a group of people hurriedly passed by Jiang Kai's team. They seemed to be in a hurry. One person in the group even cursed in frustration. "Damn it, what the hell is this downpour? All the equipment we brought to the ice island is soaked. If the royal family blames us and punishes us for being late, what should we do?" "The royal family? Jiang Kai immediately paid attention. He quickly chased after them and asked, "Wait a minute, three big brothers. May I ask, which royal family are you talking about?" A person in the group turned back, frowning. "Don't you go online? The Huang family's Black Tortoise Guild is taking 20,000 people to the Ice Island to hunt a boss. If they defeat this boss, the country can expand its territory. This is a big deal on the Ghost Planet. Therefore, besides the royal family, there are many other explorers participating to drive away the monsters. This is a responsibility related to the rise and fall of the world. How can you not know such important news? Come on, don't be a fool here. If you're late, you'll be punished." Watching the group's backs disappear, a thought flashed through Jiang Kai's mind. The royal family is hunting a boss for the country. Could it be that Huang Wei is also participating in this event? Currently, the divine beasts are causing chaos all over the earth. Each country can only compete for resources on the Ghost Planet to deal with them. But the resources on the Ghost Planet are all occupied by bosses. Only by defeating these bosses can a country control the land and exploit the resources. Moreover, the monsters on the Ghost Planet are graded from low to high: common, elite, warlord, commander, king, and the highest is the Earth Guardian King. Among them, to face a king-level boss, tens of thousands of people must be mobilized to have enough strength to fight that terrifying monster. The royal family can actually lead the Black Tortoise Guild to fight for the country. Could it be that Huang Wei, the controversial one, has really reformed and become a person who cares for the people at this moment? But, as Old Wei once said, the rise and fall of the world is the responsibility of every man. In this world, there need to be people who stand up to fight the monsters. Those teachings kept echoing in Jiang Kai's head. Looking at his reflection in the water, he asked himself, even Huang Wei can do this. Should I go to Everwinter Island to contribute to the country? Ghost Planet, Everwinter Island. After careful consideration, Jiang Kai finally decided to head to Everwinter Island. "Captain, Everwinter Island, we just went there. Didn't we buy any warm clothes? I didn't expect this place to be so cold." A loud voice came from a man in the team. Another person, who seemed to be a local, shouted in frustration, "Which stupid team doesn't know not to walk on the lake's surface before a battle? It's our first time here too. May I ask, why can't we walk on it?" Jiang Kai's team replied, bewildered. "Why? What kind of novices are you? Everyone here knows that under Everwinter Island is the lair of monsters. You guys walking on a lake surface like that, don't you know you might disturb the wandering merman below?" Just then, a merman broke through the ice and emerged from the lake. Its body was huge, estimated to be tens of meters tall. Two-legged merman, level 22. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Those standing on the shore who saw this scene not only didn't help, but also sneered. What a bunch of three idiots. A level 22 merman requires a whole team of level 20 people to deal with. As far as we know, mermen are very good at close-range attacks. Once they get close, especially a level 22 merman, then you're just asking for death. The merman brandished the trident in its hand, aiming straight at Jiang Kai. "Captain!" his teammates shouted worriedly. But Jiang Kai already had a plan. He activated the etherealized effect of his ghost armor, causing the trident to pass through an illusion. When the etherealized state was dispelled, Jiang Kai had already appeared behind the monster. "I thought you were so tough. Turns out you're just a trash fish." With that, he threw all his life chasers at the merman's head. The burning effect of his burning gloves exploded, creating a critical hit that instantly turned the monster into a grilled fish. The three who had been sneering just a moment ago were now stunned, looking at each other. What? Not only did he dodge, but he also launched a close-range attack on the merman? That thing needs a whole team of level 20s to deal with. Yet he, who is only a dozen levels, instantly killed a level 22 merman. Looking at the charred monster, he smiled and said to himself, "After warming up, I really don't feel cold anymore. Life Chaser, come back." Currently, his strength had reached B rank. As long as he triggered a critical hit, the lowest damage would be 15,200 points, not to mention the additional damage from the Life Chaser's effect. Even with the lowest critical hit, with his current strength at around level 20, no matter if it was a monster or an explorer, no one could withstand a single blow from him. System notification. Retrieving 9-sword Life Chaser. "Captain, I've helped you pick up the merman's corpse card." His two teammates ran over excitedly. their faces beaming with excitement. Hearing Huang Wei's name, the three of them were startled, their attitude changing 180 degrees. From arrogance, they immediately became subservient. Master, what are you talking about? How could we dare to accept the title of Big Brother? We are just your little brothers, the littlest of little brothers. What a coincidence. We know where young Master Huang Wei is. We three little brothers will be honored to show you the way. In a corner of the ice crystal, Jiang Kai decided to go find Huang Wei alone. He didn't want Hu Yin and Ruan Yu to be implicated in the grudge between him and his opponent, so he asked them to stay behind. Didn't those three big brothers say Huang Wei is here? I want to find him alone to talk things out, but I can't find him anywhere, Jiang Kai thought to himself, his heart full of doubt. Yang Kai, Lamaya, a voice called out, pulling him from his thoughts. Huang Wei, in a full set of battle armor, stepped forward. Huang Wei, after learning that you would defeat the boss for the country, I was very impressed with you. I think we can put aside our hatred, and I am also willing to contribute my strength on this ice island. Huang Wei didn't answer. He just saw a flash of light, aimed straight at Jiang Kai's head. He suddenly launched an attack, a killing blow from the start. Huang Wei, what are you doing? I just want to resolve the misunderstanding with you. Resolve it? Damn it. You killed me first, causing this young master to need treatment for so long. Now you say resolve it, and it's resolved? Who do you think I am? Do you know how many ways I thought of to get revenge on you after you killed me last time? But the military ordered my family not to touch you. How could such a ridiculous thing happen? Therefore, I took the initiative to participate in the battle against the king-level boss, just to use this merit to request the military to stop protecting you, you bastard. What? You participated in the boss raid? A king-level one, just for this? Jiang Kai was stunned. That's right, but I didn't expect you to come looking for me. What great battle. I don't care about that in front of me. This young master has to kill you first, then take the credit for killing the boss and submit it to the military. Huang Wei roared and charged forward, swinging his sword at Jiang Kai. Jiang Kai, like a human, stepped back to dodge the blow and snorted coldly. So, I was overthinking it. I didn't expect you to still be such a petty person. But if you want to kill me, I advise you to call your whole group up. Just like your Falcon Squad, they were also wiped out by me. Huang Wei's subordinates heard this and sneered as if they had just heard a joke. Impressive. You were able to wipe out the Falcon Squad only because you had the army behind you. Now that young Master Huang is over level 10 and has S-rank equipment, does he even need us to kill you? That's right, this clueless kid. Another one chimed in, but suddenly stopped when he checked his watch. Wait a minute. Why is this kid level 14? The same as the young master. Just then, Huang Wei was suddenly engulfed in flames. He screamed in terror. What's going on? Why are there flames here? It's so hot. Help me. Come and help me. His health dropped rapidly, losing 2,000 points per second. The three subordinates panicked, not understanding what was happening. Aren't the flames on the young master just ordinary flames? But why is the damage so high? Jiang Kai spoke coldly. Your young master is already dead. If you don't want to be burned like him, then don't stand in my way. But Huang Wei, though miserable, was not dead yet. His equipment had the ability to lock his health at 1%, preventing him from dying instantly. However, his body was almost immobile, and the pain was still real. He roared, trying to give an order. Quick, you guys kill him for me. Torture him to death for me. Yes, yes, young master, the subordinates replied in unison. But Jiang Kai just snorted coldly. Still want to offer your heads? Just in time. I'll use you guys to test the recall function of my life chaser. 4 throwing knives were thrown, flying past the 4 charging men. This group consisted of a level 28, a level 29, a level 31, and a level 32 leader. Seeing that the throwing knives couldn't touch him, the level 32 leader sneered contemptuously. You threw so many darts, and not a single one hit. With such poor accuracy, are you scared to death because you see we're a level 30 team? He drew his knife and charged forward. I'll go first. Yanki smiled slidi. Haven't you ever heard the saying, the one who stands at the front takes the brunt? With that, a life chaser suddenly stabbed straight into the leader's back from behind. The S-rank weapon easily pierced through his armor. The wound was not deep, but it was enough to trigger the burning flame. The leader roared in pain, engulfed in flames. The other 3 panicked, their steps faltering. How did this dart fly back? Moreover, how did this kid in his teens kill a level 32 captain in one blow? It's not over yet, Jiang Kai's voice came from behind. His figure flickered like a phantom. He snapped his fingers, and another throwing knife flew back, its blade carrying a rapidly spreading flame, burning another one to death amidst a terrified scream.